Visa gift card after 6 months and a $1,000 Visa gift card after 1 year. Apply now at LuckyFamilyInc.com. The Lucky Family of Excellence in Hobbs and Midland is an equal opportunity employer.
Roswell and surrounding areas, 505 Productions is back this weekend with their huge gun and knife show at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center, 912 North Main. This Saturday, March 4th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, March 5th from 10 to 4, 180 tables available to shop with guns, knives, ammo, scopes, and other gun accessories, jewelry, hides, gold and silver, plenty of 2A shirts and merch, and much more. Admission is just $7 per day or $10 for both, kids under 12 free. Don't miss the 505 Productions Gun Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center.
The Dexter Livestock Commission is accepting all classes of beef cows, bulls, calves, and yearlings. Cattle received Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with sales Tuesday at 11 a.m. Plus, Dexter Livestock Commission has no fee charges for cattle received on the day of the sale. Dexter Livestock Commission charges 3% commission, or $21 per head for load lots of 40,000 or more. Located next to DBS Commodities, 274 East Darby Road, between Roswell and Dexter. 575-624-COWS. 624-COWS. DexterLivestockCommission.com.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Up in the southeast plains of New Mexico, as temperatures on this Monday reach 66 in Roswell and 69 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, closer to 67 degrees for Hobbs and for Lovington. Radio studios on Tuesday, temperatures will reach 70 degrees under sunny sky, 73 degrees for Carlsbad, Artesia, Hobbs, Lovington.
Every morning in high school and then in college, before I went to the black church.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Why did you do that?
Because they're stupid, that's why.
So, what day is it today?
It's Monday morning.
What?
Huh?
Wake up time!
I was holding down the bus.
Yes, I was.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was holding down the bus. By the way, thoughts and prayers for everybody that lost stuff yesterday in these high winds. Not good. I saw a number of pictures. High winds. Yeah, we're going to get a little reprieve, 25-mile-an-hour winds, and then tonight we're back over 30-mile-an-hour winds, and much of the same for the next couple days. Well, Rooney, I'm sorry, but you see the arm of my mic. I broke it by tightening it up, so that's the best we're going to get right there, bro.
Oh, well. Got a rope around.
I mean, I can move it. I can move it this way too hard. So, God, can't believe. Common sense approach to what we believe in Southeast New Mexico. You need more information about Randy and what he's doing. RandallPettigrew.com. Need help in Santa Fe? Maybe you need help getting your child support, or maybe your child support issues straighten out. You send payments and whatever. Regulatory issues. He can. International Polar Bear Day. You know, when I lived in the Midwest, we would take the Polar Bear Challenge. Big man, it's like I don't know, 10 degrees outside, and you're taking the plunge into the frigid waters. Yeah. National Protein Day. Retro Day, Strawberry Day, No-Brainer Day, Pokemon Day. What are you talking about? In America, No-Brainer Day is pretty much every damn day. Tweet of the day, I've got a great one coming up in just a second. 612, my buddy Tom A. standing by and answering the text line. By the way, this morning, the text line being brought to you by our buddies at Amigo Machinery. That number, if you want to send us a message, 877-396-W105. Being brought to you by your Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery, amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer in Lovington. And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, did I leave anything out? I don't think so. Being brought to you by Desert Sand Waterwell, DesertSandsNM.com. Mention B in the Breakfast Club, get 10% discount. Broadcasting from the End of the Mountain Gods Casino And, of course, the morning show being powered by our buddies at Carlsbad Chevy. Go in there and talk to our buddies today.
Now, don't make people think we're actually in the casino.
No, well, but broadcasting
from the end of the Mountain God studio. They sponsor the studio. Yeah. So for the way you said that, it made it sound like we're in the casino.
Well, we could be. I mean, if they want us to.
We used to be. We used to be in another casino years ago.
Yeah. Question of the day. We're dealing with a new Tom's buddies at the MMA.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they're good people. I mean, that's what he always says. Great people. Good people. Always looking out for the betterment of the kids.
Look, I get along with Dusty, but what the hell? I mean, seriously, what are they thinking? So kids are going to go the extra mile. And
they're the ones who are going to get screwed over. So, and for whatever reason, I'm streaming from my phone, so I can't. Tom, tell us a little bit about this new amendment that they're trying to put in.
I tried to look it up, but I didn't see it. But I would be.
Well, why you said yes?
Well, because you talked about it earlier. I heard you.
So basically, it's a specialized sport training bylaw, and students and or transfer students who enroll in the NMAA member school after attending a specialized sports training academy or school shall be ineligible for varsity participation in sports for 180 school days or 365 calendar days. So basically the full school year from the date of their enrollment.
And there are people that are saying that if your kid was on a traveling team, that would encompass special sports training because it's outside of the school. Now, would that also include kids that have trainers like at the gym? That is specialized training. And so traveling teams, so on and so on. If this thing passes, these kids that went, I mean, think about this. These kids that bust their ass and go beyond the call of duty to work out so many days a week, and then they're going to be punished for actually doing more.
So they have these the summer, I forget what they're called, but they have these summer sports training programs,
right,
where the kids in football can go to these programs and basically have some specialized training for linemen, for passing, for whatever. Basically, this is saying that they would be ineligible to play varsity ball after doing this.
I want you to think about this. Texas Tech has their own camp. Every college in America has their own camp that kids will go to get specialized training.
Yes.
The Mannings have a Manning camp that all the big quarterbacks go to. And so more are going to get punished for taking the initiative to do more. This is going to hurt kids that are trying to get a scholarship and want to give more of an effort. So let's punish the kids that are trying to give more. I would love to hear from anybody else and this is the question of the day. I really would love to hear from it. And the form that I saw has a yes or no, that you're for it or against it. Now, I think this went out to maybe just athletic directors. I don't know. I was kind of hoping you would know, Tom.
Well,
thank you.
You asked people if they knew more about this. One of our texters just said, I just had this conversation with a varsity coach about this last night. Now, travel teams and summer camps do not apply. It's what I was told, says the text. Now, what I will do later on today is contact some of our ADs, get more of a clarification on what this new ruling may or may not be.
What does apply? I mean, if training camps, football camps, and traveling teams don't apply, I mean, those are extracurricular training. That's extra training they're receiving. And I don't know if they're trying to keep everything equity in sports?
Yes, that's what
That
it is.
all kids get the same training?
You hit it on the nail.
Oh, that's what it is.
Well, of course.
Equity and training.
But, I mean, what about there's kids of all different colors and they get to go to these different camps. It has to do with their skill level a lot of times.
A lot of times it does. But maybe somebody's parents can't afford them to have a personal trainer at the gym. Oh, we can't have that. We need equity in training. Wow. We've come full circle right here. It just hit me what the hell this is all about.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So I want to hear from you.
All right.
I want to hear from the listeners. Our number 877-396-W105. By the way, Will, can you post that up on the Facebook page so they can go and read it? And maybe I'm reading more into it. But as I read more and more posts from parents and coaches, they were saying traveling teams and the likes of that, anybody that gets any special training, they would be excluded from participating in athletics for 365 days. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. I would love, because I'm going to be honest. I haven't slept a whole bunch in a couple days because I've been working on my taxes. And then when I went to download my stuff from Social Security, I got a notification that I overpaid. I made too much money, so now they're going to take money away from me.
Oh, man.
On top of having to pay $10,000 in taxes. So I'm a little, yeah. And in the meantime, let's keep giving money to Ukraine and to, look.
Well, where do you think they're going to get that money, B?
I don't give a damn.
Well, the only place they're going to get that money is from the taxpayer. We've got a caller that's calling in, by the way.
And let me say this before somebody, I don't care how many people come to America. I don't care. As long as they don't ask us for anything. No benefits, no hotel rooms, no tablets, no nothing. No food stamps, no medical care. If you want to come on your own and fund it, then, we're at the point now, I guess the border is open, but I'm tired of paying. I got to figure a way to screw the government, and I will. Might take me a while, but I will. I will figure it out. And it's sad. It hurts me to say it, but I'm tired of them screwing me. I told the wife, I feel like I just got bent over just a little bit. All right, 621. Let's go to the call.
All right, good morning. You're on B on the Breakfast Club. Who we got? Hello. Yeah.
Enemigo.
I'm not hearing anything on the phone at all, but
I'm not hearing nothing.
They're there. No. Hello.
Nothing.
Weird.
Crazy.
Make sure I have a phone line to go to. Yeah, that's working.
Phone's working.
That's weird. I know
the
was just
internet
silent.
was crud.
Try again, caller. I apologize. We missed you.
All right, let me get to the. I got a great tweet today from Woody Harrelson. Tweet of the day being brought to you by our buddies at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Big race coming up Saturday, March 11th. The day before that, on Friday, March 10th, Test and Tune, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then Saturday, on the March 11th, they're going to be doing small tire, tailgate, run what you brung it, True Street, and more. Limpy is going to be there. Gates open at 11. If I got that right. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Races start just after the drivers' meeting at 2. If you need more information, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And, of course, you can always call Jamal at 575-631-5099. Give him a call today. Tweet of the day, Woody Harrelson. I can't believe. I thought he was a liberal, but evidently he is not. Here's what old Woody had to say on Saturday Night Live. I can't believe Saturday Night Live let him. He's talking about he got a script to be in a movie, and here's the premise of the movie.
Hey, so the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes, and people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea?
There you go. Woody Harrelson, thank you. You should have taken the part in the movie. It was spot on. President Trump came out over the weekend. Here's what he had to say about Social Security and Medicare.
Let's start by saying that under no circumstances will we allow anyone to cut Medicare or Social Security for our nation's seniors. We're not going to allow that. They paid in, and you can't allow it, and you shouldn't allow it. You paid in, you paid your dues, and they can't do that. They can't do that. There are plenty, don't worry about it. There's plenty of areas for cut. I'm a big cutter. We were doing so well.
Yeah, well, sorry, it all changed pretty quick. And Ted Cruz on his podcast talking about Ukraine.
For the Democrats, they wear a Ukrainian flag. Zelensky has become, I think People magazine is going to name him the sexiest man alive. They're in love with him. And it's become a way, a Ukrainian flag has become like a COVID mask. It's a sign to show your virtue.
Yeah. Have you seen any, I saw this over the weekend, Zelensky's comedy routine. When he was actually a comic, came out naked playing a guitar, and this is the guy that they've got in charge, and he's the one that is pimping us and telling us. Over the weekend, Zelensky said that he declared that if America pulls military support from his country, the U.S. will lose NATO and its global leadership position. So he's kind of hold us accountable.
Way to threaten us that if we cut off the money.
I saw one of the Sunday shows. Somebody was talking about how much money him and his wife are worth now. You want to take a guess?
Millions.
They said $2 billion.
I'm sorry.
Him and his wife are worth $2 billion. How?
How is right, and why are we giving them money? They obviously have it.
It's pretty crazy, unbelievable. But you know what? People are waking up. People are actually waking up to what is going on, and Democrats are waking up.
I hope so, because the Democrats are the ones that were saying that Trump was a warmonger and he was going to get us into wars and blah 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 blah. Yet they're the ones that are all for us invading invading Russia, or fighting Russia and protecting Ukraine and giving them all these weapons.
The minority speaker goes home to give a speech talking about old Hakeem Jeffries, and he was met by this crowd.
Where is your peace plan for Ukraine? We're heading to nuclear war. $100 billion to Ukraine. That could be $300 million. Where is your peace plan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they came out. They came out in force, and you should have seen the people trying to shove them out the door as quick as possible. Beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. The people that are against the war are actually, the anti-war people actually attacking the Democrats. Thank you guys so much.
Well, they're making it sound like it's a Republican thing, and then it's an extreme MAGA thing that we're buddy with Russia. It didn't have a damn thing to do with being buddy with Russia.
I just don't want to spend the money.
Well, I just don't want to send money to some other country yet again, billions of dollars.
And eventually, we're going to get sucked into that war.
Oh, well, of course.
So, and I mean, tell me how smart this was. We now have China and Russia closer together as being allies than any time in history.
Been a while. Yep.
That sounds like a That sounds like a. What are you talking about? It's been a while.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
He didn't know what he's saying.
It's been a while. South Carolina Senator Stephen Goldfinch is proposing a bill dubbed the Yankee tax that would require new residents to pay $500 to move to the Palmetto State, South Carolina, which is much nicer than the original title was. It was called the Fleeing Subway Rats Tax. It's like look, people are like, oh, yeah, like South Carolina has a true luxury. They do. Have you ever been to South Carolina? I was there this summer. Beautiful state. Charleston, South Carolina, beautiful. So, should make them pay $500. They don't want that many liberals in their state, so they're calling it the Yankee tax. And a lab leak. I don't know if you're following this story, Will. Lab leak is most likely the culprit for COVID-19 that devastated the world. U.S. Energy Department reporting that they have concluded their investigation and they believe COVID came from a Chinese lab.
What? Duh. I mean, that's wow. So this is news? How long have we been saying this came out of the Wuhan clinic?
But this is a federal organization. By the way, this is the second.
Well, it's good that we got confirmation finally.
Yeah. That is said that definitely came from China. And you know what? It's kind of a surprise because to me, if it would come from China, it would only last 2 weeks, then break. But yeah, it's been much longer than 2 weeks. Motion Picture Academy has created a crisis team for this year's Oscars. Are you kidding me? A crisis team after the slap at the Oscars last year. Like everything else, we'll take it way beyond. Meanwhile, Goldbergs will conclude the current 10th season, and May 3rd will be their final on ABC. Never watched it, have no idea what it's even about. And Selena Gomez is taking her second break from social media. In her words, at 30, I'm just too damn old for this. Well, appreciate you so much. During an appearance on CNN State of the Union yesterday, White House National Secretary, Security Administrator Jake Sullivan warned China against sending weapons to Russia. Now, I really don't, and look, I'm not pulling for China or Russia in any way, but why is it okay for us to do it, but it's not okay for China? I really don't get that. Why is it okay for us to give Ukraine, but China can't pick a side?
Well, it's like anything.
I'm not saying
it's like anything else. It's it's the typical Democrat mentality. It's okay for one side to do it, but not for the other.
Yeah, pretty sad. I'm going to give you an update of what happened over the weekend, legislative update. Saturday, legislators tackled a range of bills, including vehicle registration fees. They're trying to raise the fees 25%. Extra money would be supposedly go to roads. And registration fees right now generate about $114 million. They expected to have about a $24 million increase. Biodiesel credit, which would it's a Democrat legislator that has funded this bill. You would get a tax deduction for biodiesel. And charter schools, debate over the charter schools, and that was something else they talked about. I'll give you we got a big gun bill that's coming down the pike today. I'll get you an update on that coming up this morning. 632, Tom, on number 877-396-W105. Thought for the day, price of oil, and more coming up next.
All right, so Josh from the Patch, the reason I lasted more than 2 weeks is because Americans were helping the research. And, yeah. And that's the world we live in, us, that when we get punished for working, says the text.
No doubt.
And one person asked this one text, sponsors this amendment to punish athletes that are trying to be better. I mean, that's total BS. Glad
I agree.
They don't. They said they don't do that to the doctors yet, says the texter. And
it's not an amendment. It's a new NMAA regulation.
Yeah, trying to get her done. And why do you pay taxes, B, if you live in the Philippines?
Because I'm generating money in the U.S.
It was asking, or she was asking. It's the participation trophy attitude. It's time to keep a fair playing field in high school. It's the Democratic way, says the.
It's equity in sports.
Yeah. Another one says.
Yeah, I would love somebody to tell me how it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So is this still up for vote? Because this is a ballot that you sent me, B.
I don't know how that works. And, Tom, if you could reach out to, one of your athletic directors.
Yeah, I'm going to do that today.
Well, not today. Like right now, as we fly. I do stuff on the fly all the time.
If they're awake, come on now. These ADs
just send them a text. They got to go to school at 7:30. Who's not awake at 6:30?
They aren't.
Not everybody rolls out of bed 15 minutes before they're on the air. I'm just saying.
I'll give them a buzz right quick.
You don't have to give them a buzz. Send them a text.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to buzz them.
No, buzzing them would be a call. Just send them a text. I'm wondering if you can help me with this. Help a brother out. I'm looking like a buffoon. You can word it like that, too.
Smokey says, good morning, guys. Tom, you're an idiot. Do your damn job, you lazy bastard, it says. And Chrissy says, good morning from Dallas. I love you. And did y'all see where that Jen girl says President Obama, and she corrected herself by saying, and then said Biden?
Yeah. That was Carrie Jean-Pierre. The best damn press secretary out there.
She knows what president she's representing.
Oh, yeah.
Obama.
Yeah. All right, thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable. Boom or bust, they are there for you. They deliver gas, diesel, unleaded, any DEF value, interstate batteries, and more. If you need them on-road or off-road, they can get it out to you. WakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield, who packed up the kids 35-plus years ago and moved to New Mexico. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wakefield. Smartphones are quite disappointing, given we are promised hoverboards and they're not amount to that. So there you go. Thought for the day. 9:37. Bill heading for a hearing on the proposed criminalization of guns at the polls. Today, the House Government on Elections and Indian Affairs Committee will consider SB 44, which will ban anyone except security and law enforcement from carrying a firearm within 100 feet of a polling place. Now, I don't, is this because they're scared that the person with the gun is going to intimidate somebody else? I'm just trying to, what's the reason behind the bill, Tom?
I'm sorry, I'm texting one of my ADs. I wasn't paying attention. You asked me, so I'm doing it.
Multitasking is not something.
Oh, no, it can't multitask, no. So some people are saying this is a violation of Second Amendment rights. By the way, it could get you punishment up to 6 months in jail. We got murderers that get out. Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, but rest assured, if you get held on a gun charge of any kind and you're a law-abiding citizen, they'll give you the max. They'll let the actual career criminals out and walk the street, but they're going to make you, they're going to throw the book at you.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes today. I think it's 8:30. They're going to be hearing this bill. Can't wait for that. And Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham refuses to withdraw the Indian Affairs Department pick despite having a rape charge. James Mountain, a former governor of the San Ildefonso, is the pick by Michelle Lujan Grisham to lead the New Mexico Indian Affairs Department. Was previously indicted on charges of rape, kidnapping, and aggressive battery back in 2017 or 2007.
Sounds like a stand-up person.
Yeah, 2007. Charges were eventually dropped because they didn't have, they had insufficient evidence preceding the trial, court records say. But the woman stands very, very adamant about how he tried to take her shirt off and she told him not. He began touching her breasts, got very aggressive, and raped her. Now, where's the Me Too movement? Where's the Me Too movement here? So on Friday, there were calls at the Roundhouse for him to take his name out of there. Come on. And he was refused. State Senator Annette Salcido Lopez, this is the woman that comes up with the most craziest bills ever, said that this guy ought to be vetted and before being confirmed.
You think?
Well, I would think so, but you know, the Me Too movement. I mean, look at what happened to Kavanaugh. And that wasn't even a rape allegation. Craziness. Republicans erupt after the Energy Department report says that COVID likely came from a Chinese lab. There are people, by the way, Republicans are now saying that Biden should be making comments directly to the Chinese. Not going to happen. Just not going to happen.
But that whole Wuhan clinic Chinese thing, and Trump calling it the China virus, that was a conspiracy theory.
I guess it was. You know, I had this discussion with somebody the other day. Everything, think about this, everything we've got in trouble for saying, all of a sudden is real. Wow. Isn't that crazy? So Biden answers the question. He was on Meet the Press over the weekend. And they started talking about 4 in 10 Americans are not doing well under Joe Biden. Here's what he had to say about that.
So our latest ABC News poll shows 4 in 10 Americans say they're worse off than when you were elected. Only 16% said they were better off. So why is that? Why aren't Americans feeling this?
Well, look, I think it goes well beyond the economy. Think about it. You make the news. I mean, you interview for the news. Can you think of anything they turn on the television and go, God, that makes me feel good? Almost anything. Everything is in the negative.
Dude, have you gone to the grocery store lately? I guess the answer is absolutely
of course not. I mean, he doesn't buy his own groceries. But even,
no, of course not.
But even all that, even when things were great, even when gas prices were low and the economy was booming, you know, you still had all of these negative Nancys picking Trump apart left and right.
Oh, dude. Please tell me when Trump was president, not every day that went around, that they weren't killing him. But Biden says things are better. Will, you're making more money now.
They got better jobs. They're making more money. Inflation is still higher than it should be. And, you know, everything from gasoline prices to a war going on in Ukraine. I mean, so I can't think of a time when there's been greater uncertainty notwithstanding the fact we created an 800,000 manufacturing job. We're better off than virtually any other major nation in the world economically. But it's understandable why people are just down.
So we've never had more uncertainty. Really. World War II? Nah. Vietnam War? Nah. Even some of the major wars that we were in, Afghanistan, Iraq, we've never had more uncertainty than today. What a load of crap. And as far as people making more money than they ever had, what another load of crap.
Well, we've had people tell us on a regular basis that since Biden took office, they're making less money than they were when Trump was in office.
And here's the deal. I have made considerably less money than I made the previous year. And I'm about to write him a $10,000 check.
Someone asked why you're paying taxes and living in the Philippines, but you still have, you're still a U.S. citizen.
I'm still a U.S. citizen. I'm generating money in the United States. I pay taxes. And look, I'm blessed because I prepared to pay taxes. So I'm not going to bitch and moan about paying taxes. I will bitch and moan about where my money is going. I will bitch and moan about
how those tax dollars are being spent. Amen.
Yeah, most definitely. But what I don't think is fair when it comes to my Social Security, and I will figure out a way to fix this, is that I'm already being penalized by getting 25% less by retiring at 62. And now you're saying I can only make X amount of dollars. That it's my damn money. So now you want me to starve. It makes this country will have money for every other country and every foreigner in the world. But by God, we don't want to take care of any Americans. That's for damn sure. Pretty sad. 6:45, 15 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Currently hiring, and they do have training programs. If you've ever ran a frac crew, you were the supervisor of a frac crew, Spinnaker could teach you how to become a cementing supervisor. Yeah, they've got a training program called the SSIT program. Ever run a blender in the patch? They could train you to become a cementing equipment operator. They've got a training program for that. Must have a Class A CDL, willing to work long hours and willing to make a lot of money. You'll receive excellent salary and one of the best benefit packages in the industry. Need housing? That's not a problem either. Spinnaker is equal opportunity employer, a drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $76.13 this morning, $82.87 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $2.65.
Well, yesterday was last night was a big fight. Tommy Fury and Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah.
The only better ending that I could play out in my head would be that Tommy Fury would have knocked Jake Paul out. Now, I did not pay for the fight. I did not watch the fight. I did go back and watch some of the highlights. And I will give Jake Paul credit where credit is due. And he took a couple punches and stayed on his feet. Fury is just a better boxer. And Jake Paul, I will never take it away that he is a great promoter. They are great promoters. They have made millions off of promoting themselves on YouTube since they were teenagers. They're great showmen. I won't take that away from them. But split decision. So Jake Paul loses. Tommy Fury hadn't fought for 2 years, year and a half or so.
It's been a while.
And he's only got 9 fights, so it's not like he's a seasoned pro either.
But again, he's a real boxer compared to Jake Paul.
He is a real boxer, and you could tell that he was a real boxer, no doubt. And I will not take away from Jake Paul that Jake Paul actually took some punches and stayed on his feet.
Look, the dude's athletic. I'm not going to take that away from him either.
No, he is.
But the smack he talks, it's just like, dude.
Oh, dude.
Well, you're right, B.
And his brother calling Tyson Fury a bitch and this and that. I'm like, oh, dude, that's not going to end well. That is not going to end well.
Well, you're right, because he's a good promoter. You remember 2 months ago, he fought the WWE champion, Roman Reigns. Wasn't going to beat him, but he took him on. Paid $2 million just to stay with the guy. Come on.
Got to bring the fake ass wrestling into it.
Well, is he a legitimate boxer if he's also doing wrestling then? No.
He's a legitimate promoter.
There you
like
go.
B said. But I'm
I
not
think
sure.
I might be out for the count.
I'm not sure Roman Reigns could be considered a legitimate wrestler, though.
Oh, dear Lord, help me.
But he's an athlete, too.
You just proved the point that all of this could be fake as hell.
Right.
Thank you. Thanks for making the point without making the damn point.
We've got a phone call when you're ready, B.
All right, let's go to the phones.
All right, good morning. You're on B on the Breakfast Club. Who have we got?
Good morning, guys. Out of here over in Roswell.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. So I've been seeing some videos of Biden saying that the UN, we're going to be doing giving out money to Ukrainians and stuff like that, paying their pensions and all this other stuff. Is this true or?
Well, paying their pensions, funding their Social Security, all of this stuff, all for foreigners again.
Yeah. In the meantime, you're going to come
in the meantime, we get the shaft every day.
Oh yeah.
And they just get the gravy train.
And apparently Zelensky and his wife are worth $2 billion. Yeah.
And until
and
we say,
doesn't that piss you guys off?
Bad.
Sure.
Bad.
Yeah, look, it's been pissing me off for years. And until we say enough is enough. Enough is enough.
I mean, that should piss off anybody that lives in this country. I mean, whether you like Biden or not, whether you like Trump or not, I mean, that should just piss you off. I don't understand why people are so okay with this, man. It blows my damn mind,
I'm with you. Look, we give money to every foreign country. We give money to all of them. And anybody that comes in and crosses the border, we are going to give them free iPads, 5-star hotels. And you know what? I'm to the point, you know what? If you can come over and go to work without taking any money from the government, then maybe we can work things out. But don't expect all the handouts.
Not only expecting it, but protesting when they don't get what they want. When the luxury hotels were out, there were illegals protesting in New York City. I was like, someone's got to be telling them to do this stuff. Someone's got to be putting them up to this. I mean, but the huevos on these guys.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. 6:52, taking out trash coming up this morning. Brand new sponsor to the show. You can find out more information about them at up-s.com. Is your supplier able to hold up to the pressure? United Pump and Supply, opening soon in Carlsbad, has 60 years of experience. They are the experts when it comes to providing top-of-the-line commercial pumps, valves, chokes, gauges, oil and gas, anything to do with the oil and gas industry. Big name brands like Mercer, Superior Products, also Chicago Valve, Warren Sharp, LMI, TechStream, UP&S. Their team has everything that you might need, and they are a name that you could trust. Coming soon to Carlsbad. Find out more information about them at up-s.com for more information. Nearly 60% of registered U.S. voters have less money in their pocket today than they did a year ago, according to a Fox News poll.
Oh, but everybody's doing so much better, according to Biden.
Yeah, 60%. New Mexico governor finally steps up. I mean, you would think it's time for her to step up before they start shooting the cows. I'm just saying.
Right.
So the governor stepped up in the whole idea of shooting the feral cows. Democratic Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham issued a statement on Friday that she was disappointed by what she described the U.S. Forest Service's lack of meaningful long-term engagement with stakeholders and the controversial issue. Sounds to me like you're just like the Biden administration, a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah.
Operation has been sourced by legal wrangling and protested by agriculture community in southwestern part of New Mexico. So, look, all she's doing is trying to cover her backside. Oh yeah, I sent him a letter and I issued a statement about that. That's all she's doing. That's all she's doing. She nothing more. President Biden proposed to block half of the current gas range models. Yeah, we're back to gas ranges. We want to block half of the gas ranges. I want to know what department is going to go into people's homes and find out, okay, what stove do you have? Which one is it? So now we're going to have the stove police. Now, you might not be able to buy them in the future, but they're not going to be able to go to your house and check them out. Pro-American immigration reformers urging Texas Governor Greg Abbott to propose a crackdown of illegal immigration. And some of the things that Ron DeSantis came out, and they want him to mirror what DeSantis came out. Increasing criminal penalties for human smuggling, mandatory 10 years in prison per person that they're smuggling, mandating E-Verify in the entire state, banning out-of-state waivers for illegal aliens, and making it a felony for a legal alien to use false identity to gain employment. These are some of the things that the protesters, the immigration reformers, are encouraging Greg Abbott to, and it's pretty much word for word what Ron DeSantis has done. No word from Governor Abbott just yet. A worker in Texas County tax office resigned, saying that she was asked to agree to speak English only while on the job. I think this is so wrong in so many levels. This happened in Stephenville, Texas, 65 miles southwest of Fort Worth. Erath County judge issued an apology to the employee, saying there is no policy in place in the county. Looks like, by the way, the tax assessor could be in some trouble of their own. Look, if you got two Spanish-speaking workers and they want to speak Spanish while conversing with each other, that's not a problem. Now, if you want to say that when speaking to non-Spanish speakers that you should speak, if it's about the job, you should speak English, that's totally different. But to say that it's English only, we're not in the 60s. We're not in the 60s.
Oh, but they could be talking smack about me, B.
Well, they could be, but maybe they're not.
That's when you get the I've seen they have several guys that get the translation app on their phone, right, and they sit there and then they have the translation app going. So with one of the I think it was a man with an Oriental wife, and he didn't understand what she was saying whenever she was talking to her family, and they were smack talking him.
Believe me, those translation apps work about maybe 5% of the time. Because, I mean, when my wife posts stuff up, it translates it. And I go, what did you say? About me and a goat? And she goes, no. I'm just saying. All right, 6:58, Nick Cannon said, God will decide how many kids I'll have. Look, I have no problem with Nick Cannon having a gazillion kids. You know why?
He's supporting them all.
Nick Cannon's taking care of his kids.
He's got
Why
enough money.
should I care?
He's got enough money.
My dad's family, they had 12 brothers and sisters. Well, six brothers, 6 sisters. He was the 13th kid. I don't care. They never got any government assistance.
Do I think
so
it's
who cares?
Irresponsible for him to just impregnate women left and right? Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
But by
if
the
he's
same
a
standpoint,
good dad,
yeah. Well, and I don't know how he could be a good dad when he's got them spread out all over the place. But from all accounts, he takes care of them all.
I guess he does. He's out spraying and praying. Virginia Fairfax County School Board member. Tom, where did we plant the flag? What battle?
World War II.
Yeah, no, what was the battle?
The battle was the one in Okinawa. It was the other one.
Iwo Jima?
Iwo Jima. There you go.
So, Fairfax County School Board member said that the battle was unfortunate and evil. School board member, and God forbid I mispronounce her name, Abar. Omish was discussing the Day of Remembrance, an observatory of victims of the Vietnam-American battle during World War II. Day coincides with the invasion of Hiroshima and February 17th, 1945. You probably remember that iconic picture of the Marines planting the flag and raising it. And she called it a unfortunate and evil, and said it shouldn't be included. You know, it's one thing that just irks the hell out of me. That's people that don't love America. You know, that picture goes down in history as one of the most iconic scenes of a can-do attitude of American military. And this woman wants to change it all.
Well, I'm sure she's not the only one.
My God. You guys make me sick. Really do. Remember the Walmart shooting in Santa Fe? Man accused of having a gun go off at Walmart is back on the streets after the charges against him were dismissed, possibly temporarily. Santa Fe District Attorney Office DWI policy says that they are intending to refile those charges against the 33-year-old Eric Rojas, who is accused of firing off a gun at Walmart in Santa Fe in the bathroom. And then he fled the Walmart in his truck, crashed it a short time later, and by the way, was drunk as a skunk. So it looks like, so you dropped the charges. You wonder what's the matter with us. Delbert, you've heard of the cartoon, Tom? You've read the cartoon?
I don't remember that cartoon.
Well, you're a big fan of Delbert?
I don't know about big fan, but it was definitely one of the comics I read.
I mean, it's a comic strip.
It's been a staple in the paper for forever.
Yeah, well, New Mexico papers have removed Delbert following a controversy. The creator of Delbert, his name is Scott Adams. made a racially charged statement on his YouTube show called Real Coffee with Scott Adams, where he repeatedly referred to people who are black as members of a hate group. Could it be he's talking about BLM?
Well, but he wasn't specific about BLM. And I will say that, you know, according the comments that I've seen that he said were reprehensible. He shouldn't have said, oh yeah. But I mean, too oftentimes you have these comments that are taken out of context. Now, the quotes that I saw, I didn't hear him say them, but the quotes that I saw, they were actually fairly bad. I mean, he misspoke, and he shouldn't have. Well, I don't know if he misspoke or if he just liked that, but he was basically saying that all black people are part of a hate group, and that white people should stay away from black people. Period. Is basically what he's. I'm not down with that. Oh no, it was stupid.
No. So Albuquerque Journal and the Santa Fe New Mexican have both pulled the comic. Done. Tom, most people in America, according to a new survey, say that they wish we had a check engine light for our health. Do you wish we had a check engine light for our bodies?
Not really, because then we'd be checking all the time. Oh, I'm sick, and I heard you.
Your check engine light would just stay on.
Well, I mean, the crazy thing is, Tom.
What?
After 3 EMS picker-uppers, I would think that would be enough to go. I think the check engine light is. Yeah,
three on the air during the show.
And they
said I forgot that. Yes,
and they cleared me every time.
Okay, there was a reason that they came. Did you or did you not pass out one time and then drop to your knees one time?
It was the knee syndrome.
It was the knee syndrome. Yeah, it was your knees. So
you know who else suffers from that? Kamala Harris.
Okay,
she suffers from the knee syndrome.
So our buddy Blake from the News Sun said, not all papers in New Mexico. The News Sun still has Dilbert for now. Not saying their comics section won't change. They did change some last year. But if they do, it won't be because the author said something.
Look, if it's funny, then we live in a cancel culture society. It's nuts. Crazy. Did you know back in 2021, Putin gave a $12,000 pen to Joe Biden months before invading Ukraine, and Biden accepted it?
I'm sorry, a $2,000 pen?
No, $12,000 pen.
Pen, like a writing utensil?
Because Joe don't email.
That's not exuberant or anything.
Yeah, $12,000, and they exchanged gifts in Switzerland in June of 2021, just 2 months before the war broke out.
So if he got a $12,000 pen, what did Biden give him?
I don't know. By the way, Joe Biden got a $28,000 silk carpet from the president of Afghanistan. So evidently, I mean, it's, it's like if you go to some of these foreign affairs types thing, they're rolling out the gifts for you. Hunter Biden got a kilo of cocaine from Colombia. I mean, I know it's extravagant, but yeah. Whew. Thank you. Does Palestine, East Palestine, Ohio, matter? Little Cara Jean-Pierre was asked that question. Here's what she had to say.
But it does matter that the president put forth a multi-agency kind of reaction to this.
He did not show up. That is the problem. He did not show up.
And has no intention. And Pete Buttigieg didn't go until he was pressured to go.
So she passes the buck. She passes the buck and talks about the previous secretary. Well, they didn't tell her anything. Here's what she had to say.
And the reason why we believe it's bad faith is, if you remember Elaine Chao, she was, she was the head of Department of Transportation, and when there was these types of chemical spills, nobody was calling for her to be fired.
So did she actually go, or did the president? Because look, I do remember there was a natural disaster, and it took about a week for the president to go. And I do remember them very much up in arms about that. But thank you for passing the buck on that.
There again, was it on the, on the level of East Palestine? No.
No, I don't think so. Looks like the reporter, and this is cool too. More and more reporters are starting to ask questions. Other reporters besides Peter Doocy from Fox, but she was quick to answer the question back.
How come there's no pivot in energy policy here at home to help the inflation that we're seeing here?
Have you read the Inflation Reduction Act?
Oh, have you read it? Have I? Did I read it?
Right.
Did I read it? 7:09 morning show this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. Scott and Jamie Miller, very anxious to show you all the improvements that they have done. They're building additional cozy cabins as we speak. Raised platform campsites, RV hookups. They added a bunch of RV hookups last summer, and they've done a bunch of improvements. They've got the fishing pond. You want to go for the weekend or spend a week up there, or you want to book maybe a big trip for like a church group or maybe family reunion. They can accommodate all that. And everybody talks about training and altitude training, high altitude training. If you're going to be, if you got a kiddo that's going to be running in state track meet, or they're in football or basketball, whatever, you want to get them really in condition, go up to Camp of the Tall Pines and get them on the high ropes. That will do it. Give them a call, 575-687-4101. You can always go to camptallpines.com. Follow them on Facebook. Pennsylvania high school student arrested after airdropping a bomb threat during a American Airlines flight. So, high school student from Pennsylvania arrested after sending the bomb threat on the American Airlines flight through the Apple AirDrop technology. His threat forced the plane to stop over in El Paso. He has been charged. By the way, very, very absolutely a moron. Instead of airdrop, he should be an airhead. American Airlines, by the way, doesn't put up with that. I mean, if you had been on Spirit, they'd have probably laughed, but no, they're not playing around. Thank you for being the idiot of the day. Taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Their number, 575-390-4549. They can do residential pickup, reminding you to give to Lovington Shelter so they can spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. You know, if I would discover that I was, had African-American blood in me, I would be like, okay, no big deal. How do you think a Black Panther handles that type of information? A radical social justice Marxist, former member of the Black Panther Party, discovered that her ancestors actually arrived in the New World from England in 1620 on the Mayflower. On Tuesday's PBS episode, Finding Your Roots, Henry Louis Gates Jr. interviewed Angela Davis, who said that her family came over from Africa. After tracing everything about her, they revealed that her ancestors came over from England on the Mayflower. And to make matters worse, her great 10th great-grandfather was a white man named William Brewster.
Oops.
Yeah, Miss Davis became very upset and said, I can't believe this and will not accept it. Davis emerged in California in the 1960s, promoting civil rights and the Communist Party, and became a far lefty in politics and a big advocate for Black Americans. She also was placed on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. She was so adamant that it could not be true, even though she is very, very light-skinned herself. You know, I do believe that we all probably, somewhere down the line, have another race.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? As we all, as the world evolves, this is going to happen more and more because of people like me that have procreated with people that are out of my race. So instead of going ballistic about it, I mean, if somebody said, hey, Kevin, you know, your great 10th was a black man, I would be like, okay, not a big deal. It doesn't change who I am. Now, it does explain a lot of things. It does. Why I have the ability to dance, I'm pretty good at singing, and other things that I can't talk about on the air.
Oh,
it would explain it. But
can we ask we?
I digress.
Just a lot.
But to be offended by the whole idea is kind of racist. And it doesn't change who you are in the least bit. But I thought I would take out the trash this morning. Yeah. The more people yell and scream about things, I go, oh, I'm not the racist. You're the racist. 7:15 morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, located in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, hard hats, everything, work boots, steel toe boots, safety gear. They've got furniture, appliances, electronics, zero down financing. And right next door, go by and see Scrub Outfitters if you need scrubs. They have the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. Healing Hands, Medcatures, Peaches, and more. They've got compression socks, comfy shoes. And if they don't have what you're looking for, you let them know about it and they'll get it for you. Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters, they're in the Broadmoor Mall. Text line is open. We're late. It's 7:16.
All right, so we had the question about the kids that go to these development camps whether they are not eligible the following year. Well, Brenda Wilson, she is the AD for Hobbs Schools, just texted me. She said, my understanding, it's basically if they attend a sports development prep school and then move out to a high school, they have to sit out a year. Now, that's according to Brenda. I just kind of heard
Wait.
Yeah.
Read that again.
My understanding, she says, it's basically if they attend a sports development prep school and then move out.
Sports development prep school.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. And then move to a high school. I guess that's a public high school, and they have to sit out a year. She says.
So, how many sports development prep schools do we have in New Mexico?
I didn't know we had it.
Well, is this such a big deal that we actually have to have this regulation in place? Is this something that's become such an issue?
Like, sports development prep schools, and I'm wondering how many sports development prep schools. Now, I do know of one, IMG Academy in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's where all the big-time athletes go in preparation of going. It's where all the 5 stars and 4 stars go.
Right.
And they board the athletes, and it's kind of like Oak Hill Academy back in the day for basketball. But I'm just going to end. Do we have any of those athletes coming to New Mexico to go to school?
I don't think so.
Well, and if we do, and they put forth the effort to go to any of those schools, why should they have to sit out?
I don't get the whole point.
No.
Unless they're scared of somebody cooking the books and paying a kid to come, which could happen.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if New Mexico has adopted NIL yet. But the world is changing for NIL.
It is. So it looks like I was kind of had by the report that I read on the Dilbert thing, because someone said about Dilbert, Scott Adams was reacting to a poll that reported 52% of black people said it's okay to be white. And then Dilbert creator said, well, then 48% are racist and white people shouldn't have anything to do with them. And he was just making a comment, apparently on a YouTube page. I saw and of course, the way the news relayed it was, he said 48% of black people are racist and white people shouldn't have anything to do with them, was all they said. Well, when you have it in context with the rest of the quote, and he's reacting to a poll, then granted, it probably wasn't the best thing he could have said.
Why wouldn't it be okay to be white? I mean, do I need to get somebody's approval to be white? We are so screwed when it comes to racism, because Black Lives Matter is okay. Black pride is okay. Latino pride's okay. White pride is not okay. I don't get that. I wish we would get past all of that and just take pride in being an American. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think that would be super. All right, we got to check the weather. Looks like sunny today, 67, 25-mile-an-hour winds, which are welcome, very welcome. 30-mile-an-hour winds tonight, 40-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow.
Look, I'll take 40. I'll take 40 compared to yesterday. Good night.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we got a chance of rain, snow, and very windy on Thursday. Check it out. The weather being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North 8 in Roswell. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, they've got them all. Over 1,000 guns in stock, ammo, cleaning supplies. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And ladies, if you've been thinking about getting personal protection, you can get them right now at Zia Guns. I mean, look, we got a bunch of gun stuff getting ready to become law in New Mexico. Go talk to Zia Guns before all these new stuff gets enacted. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main, closed in Roswell, closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. National Anthem and the Pledge coming up next. Anything before we go?
Yeah, well, the Tommy in Carlsbad on the text says the Biden administration has purposely taken us back to the tough times when that we were having when Obama was the, so-called president. Anyone should be able to see that we didn't have to be suffering all of these years and our national debt being the red. Now, President Trump, he turned things around so quickly, and we saw a rapid improvement, and it kept improving throughout the 4 years, even though the Democrats and rhinos were in constant attack mode and spent millions of our dollars, tax dollars, trying to block any of the improvements that Trump made while he was the president. Biden dissolved all of those improvements that Trump made, stating that they will starting day one with executive orders to undo all the positive things that Trump put into place in America.
Your mic is over there. You got the drill? Tommy, it wasn't about your comment. It was about how Tom read it.
Oh, is that what they said?
No,
You're sweet,
that's what I'm saying.
Jesus. Oh, Tom, can you give us an update on the case with the baby thrown in the trash?
All right, so that trial is going here in Lee County.
Did you see the new story?
No, I'm just going on what
really?
I learned.
Oh my God, man!
Dude, you're not keeping up at all anymore, are you?
Well, it's April 19th. I've been
Tommy,
following this story.
Well, clearly not, because we just had she just asked to be a change of venue, so she doesn't want to be tried in Lee County.
I saw that coming.
Well, you saw it coming.
Mm-hmm. If you were there,
I have that story and I can't find it.
Well,
so
if you were there last January when she was arraigned in the first place, you should have seen those protesters.
Turn his mic off.
They wanted blood. They wanted blood.
It's off.
Oh my God! I mean, what are you doing nowadays?
Well, what I'm saying.
Well, you turn your mic back.
I'm not sure to prep it for the damn show.
So what I'm saying is that I saw that coming. Her 2 lawyers quit in December. That's why they delayed this time.
Just tell me you don't know what's going on.
Well, because of the you weren't there. I was there the day they came after her. They wanted blood.
We got Smokey.
Hey, Smokey
from Texas is in the studio with us. But I guess it was Smokey in Florida.
Can you smack him?
Then in Texas.
Yeah, if you'd like me, I'd be glad to.
And now Smokey, you're going to be Smokey in Arizona, right?
Correct.
Arizona? What are you doing in Arizona, buddy?
Yeah, my job keeps transferring me.
So, better opportunities, more money. Got to go where the money is.
That's right.
That's awesome, man. So, we're glad you'd already texted in this morning, too. So, I saw your text just a little while ago. But it's cool that you were able to come while you're here in Hobbs, Lovington area, come by the studio for us.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice to see you guys, talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
You bring
your smack him before you go.
No, I actually had to bring my daughter's car. It's cheaper.
Did you? Okay.
Good plan.
Smokey, can you smack him before you go?
Of course, B.
So be on this newest development on the girl. Did they say where they're going to change the venue to yet?
I don't have the story in front of me. That's why I was counting on you.
There's been no approval
because you tell me that you spent all this time doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeding Jim all kind of stuff. That's what I'm doing.
There's been no approval yet for the request to change a venue.
Although I did see Diana Luce the other day, and I was going to ask her about that.
You got to stop, Tom.
What?
I was gonna.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she was having lunch.
I was gonna.
Hold up.
Well, I was gonna be a millionaire, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. Be in the drill.
My bet, guys, they would move it to Alamo, Otero County.
Well,
they're going to try to move it to some liberal county. I guarantee it.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't move it to Otero County.
No,
I'm thinking more of Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So we got to take a break, but Smokey, appreciate you, brother.
Not a problem, B.
Safe travels.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I got a lot of stories to get to on Friday. Biden, another executive action. What do we have Congress for when it comes to electric vehicles? More money for electric vehicles. Bill to reduce class sizes. Heard at the Roundhouse. I'll give you an update on that. Bill to change the Fish and Wildlife Department or the Game Commission. Yeah, we'll tell you the new name coming up. Cori Bush, member of the squad, got married. You're not going to believe who she married. And a 47-year-old migrant rescued from the top of the border wall was injured. Oh, they're a millionaire. You can count on that. And a passenger on the Alaska-bound ferry caught with a meth burrito. I'll tell you what that entailed coming up this morning. 727 KWMW Malchamore, 105.1 FM, B on the Breakfast Club, National Anthem and the Pledge. Be brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your former insurance agent. 575-393-2661. 575-393-2661. She can bundle all your policies together to save you a lot of money. Auto, home, boats, RTVs, commercial insurance, life insurance. She started her business when she was 19. She's been in the business now 40 plus years. Give her a call. She has expertise to take care of you, and she's doing what she loves, helping folks. 575-393-2661. 61. Give her a call today. Rebecca Long, she's your Farmers Insurance agent.
We are the Perry family from Hobbs.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular up on spur, singing out, yeah, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
God bless America. God bless you. 7:30. Lord's Prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Philippians 4, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, be in prayer and petition.
Hi, this is Kim with Judah Oil, the Harris family, doing the Lord's Prayer for you today. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
God bless America. God bless you. 7:31. Quick look at the weather. It is going to be windy today, but only 25 miles an hour. High 67 with sunny skies. 30-mile-an-hour winds coming up tonight down to 41. Tomorrow, high temperature of 70, but 40-mile-an-hour winds and very windy coming up on Wednesday. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Iron River Inspection. IronRiverInspection.com. Mike and Matt have put together a team of folks. They have over 300 years of combined experience on the oil patch. Mike and Matt, of course, second-generation pipeliners themselves. They are there to work for you, and you can always be assured that when they're on the job, they are working out for you and looking out for your best interests. They do safety training, industrial, and pipeline inspection. They also are one of your top-notch companies for consulting. Find out more information today, IronRiverInspection.com. We've got to get updated, find out what's going on with news. We'll also qualify you for that trip we're giving away to the Bahamas. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, settling the big cases, over $10 million in one case in the patch, $9 million in medical malpractice case, and settling a lot of cases, car accidents, slip and falls, that type of stuff. And if you've ever been involved in a criminal situation where you need somebody to defend you, Luke can take care of that. 575-208-5300, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. 7:33 news coming up next. Let's qualify folks for the trip we're giving away to the Bahamas on W105.
Fish, you want to do it all the time. We're just fishing. Old time fishing. Oh, looky there. I've got a bite.
MTD Radio News, I'm Jim Miller. A bill moving its way through the Roundhouse aims to prevent radioactive waste from being stored in the state without residents' consent. The House Government Elections and Indian Affairs Committee passed the Senate bill and would amend the Radioactive and Hazardous Materials Act by establishing a task force that would negotiate with the federal government when it comes to storing the materials in the state. It would also ban the federal government from creating new disposal facilities unless the state gives permission. Task force would be required to meet at least once a year. Now heads to the House Judiciary Committee. The bill would go into effect immediately after it's signed into law. New Mexico Junior College will be the site of a new medical clinic next year with a 3-year contract of about $1.6 million. Joe Mike Gomez, NMJC purchasing agent, said beginning next fall, the mid-level clinic will see students and employees without cost to either students or employees. Norley Hospital District was the only provider to answer the proposal for the clinic's 3-year contract. The medical clinic will operate about 40 hours a week, where the hours adjusted to best meet the needs of the majority of users. NMJC President Derek Moore says it'll provide 3 exam rooms of at least 100 square feet each and suggested the clinic could be a location where nursing students might get hands-on experience. Well, the fate of one of Hobbs' outdoor swimming pools in limbo. Hobbs City Commissioners met for a work session regarding the aquatic facilities before a regularly scheduled commission meeting. City of Hobbs Recreational Director Doug McDaniels told commissioners the majority of Hobbs aquatic facilities are aged and repairs needed are expensive. As a result, the city brought in a third-party person to evaluate each facility and assist with making the decision to make the necessary repairs or update each with modern amenities. They said Heiser Pool needs to be closed and possibly replaced with better amenities. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
Did you hear about Taco Bell's apology? Yeah, they apologized for going too far with their breakfast. Like the naked egg taco and chicken biscuit nachos? It was too much. All you need in the morning is tasty, simple food. Like the breakfast crunch wrap. Fluffy eggs, melty cheese, sausage, crispy hash browns, wrapped in a warm tortilla. Or, as some call it, a breakfast crunch thing. Grab one today, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only until 11 a.m. while supplies last. Contact local store for hours and participation, which vary.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and March is almost here, and the madness has begun at Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. Interest rates as low as 2.99%? That's madness! Brand new Chevy Buick and GMC models with payments in the low to mid $400 range? That's madness! Up to 350 used cars to choose from on the lot. That's madness! Shop local and save big. The team at Permian knows how to get things done. Utilizing local New Mexico credit unions who want your business, they can get you into your dream deal. Shopping somewhere else for your next car and paying more? That's madness! You gotta get down to the big store in a small town and save today. That's Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. Now's the time to take advantage. Don't waste hours of your time shopping around just to find out you can't get the car or the deal that you need. That's madness! The only thing bigger in Texas is the pricing. Save time and money. Come see us today at Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan and take advantage of the madness. On approved above average credit, not all applicants will qualify. See dealer for details. Offer expires 3/23/23.
When a home gets destroyed, it can be devastating. All you want is your home back the way it was before. With guaranteed replacement cost, if your home has to be rebuilt, Farmers will pay the full cost regardless of your limits. It's just one of the many Farmers policy perks. Call Herschel Rustin Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
It looks like your luggage is over 50 pounds. Is there anything you can take out?
Oh, yeah. Let me just toss all these $20 bills.
Great. Let me grab you a trash can.
Stop. Instead of throwing money away, move some clothes into a carry-on. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Christine.
I'm a director and a performer. I got a free phone from Cricket and I've used it to live stream 73 of my shows on social media.
How do you like it?
It's fabulous!
Switch to Cricket and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial, limited time. Must bring your number to Cricket on a $60 a month first month service charge and tax due at sale. Phone streams video and SD. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Here it comes. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't get up without us.
It's away from the hour of 8 o'clock. I don't know if you guys have heard, but they're talking about editing James Bond.
Yes, I guess it's the books mainly. They're going to take out all, and I don't know what they're considering racist, remarks.
Well, black butlers, Asian cooks, any of that type of stuff got to go.
Well, what if they're actually black butlers or Asian cooks?
Well, we cannot have that. We've got to change. Here's an update on that, Will. Here you go.
Okay.
Who are you?
My name is Kitty. Kitty galore.
Must be dreaming.
Hi, I'm Patty.
But of course you are.
Patty O'Toole.
Named after your father, perhaps?
Yeah, so they've changed all that. Miss Galore is Kitty now, and if you didn't watch the movie, you don't know. So, is that Patrick in the back?
I know that's Smokey.
Smokey.
Oh, it's Smokey. I could barely see. I'm looking at my phone. Looks like a new survey finds that nearly a third of dog owners claim that they can immediately pick up on their pets' different moods. Wagging their tails, chewing their toys, humping your leg. I mean, they all have different meanings. 4 in 5 respondents say that dogs, they know when their dogs are in a good mood or a bad mood. See, Tom, you see what you're missing. Cats, nah, they hate everybody. EPA allowing train derailment disposals to resume. So, Environmental Protection Agency is allowing shipments of contaminated liquid and soil from East Palestine, Ohio, to resume following a review of the Norfolk Southern plans to disposal. You know where some of that's gone? Texas. Solid waste disposal, Michigan and Texas is where it's gone. And the DEA announced a huge bust in Arizona, $13 million in narcotics. The Department of Enforcement Administration, Drug Enforcement Administration, announced yesterday drug seized include 4.5 million fentanyl pills, 3,100 pounds of methamphetamine, and a large quantity of heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl powder. More than 150 people charged in this big sting. Go get them. Hopefully you keep them locked up and keep them away from killing our kids. That's for dang sure. Rihanna's halftime show on Super Bowl 57 drew 103 FCC. I went back and watched some of it. It's not what I like. Now, I'm not talking about pregnant women. I mean, I'm talking about, her music. I don't get it. I really don't. I get the connotation that, she's a devil worshiper. She was dressed in red. But as far as sexual stuff, I really didn't get that.
Look, I mean, Sam Smith and in his video, there's no question that they were trying to go for. I mean, but the name of the song is Unholy too, so they were trying to go for the whole devil worship thing. Him wearing horns and Lil Nas X done the same thing when he was giving the devil a lap dance. But this. I don't see the devil worship. They look more like, and people have said this, that it really is true. We've got Mad Dog on the line when you're ready, B.
Oh, please, let's get to him before he busts a gasket this morning.
Good morning, Mad Dog.
Love you, Mad Dog.
Hey, I'm not as bad. I'm not as bad as y'all make me out to be.
No, you're not. We just like giving you a hard time.
Hey, I got three things that I was going to bring up, and I know y'all probably already touched on some of them, but I think they're worth re-mentioning probably. Have you heard about them? This came from two Republicans that they want to have the Monday after the Super Bowl. They want to make that a state holiday. Here's what I got to say about that. That's fine and dandy, but you got to drop one of the other ones that you already got because you've already got.
Wait. They want to make it a state holiday or a federal holiday?
Yeah. No, they want. They can't do it as federal. It's the state of New Mexico. Two legislators, Republicans. And they've introduced a bill. I guess that's the only bill that Republicans can get passed because, if it's a freebie, they get an extra day off. So these two Republicans, I don't know who they are, but they ought to be switching parties because what they're doing sounds just like what a Democrat would do. Anyway,
if I had my phone, I would look up who these folks are I can see email.
It'll make you sick. And that's fine, but if you're gonna make that one a holiday, then you got to drop one of the other ones. That's my first point. The other point is, y'all were just talking about all this fentanyl stuff. Randall Pettigrew and another guy introduced House Bill. I believe I may be wrong on these, but I think it's 59 and 60, and people ought to look these up.
Yeah, that's John Block, the other guy.
Was it okay? Well, he introduced these bills. And some of the reasons that the Democrats gave for not pushing them forward through the, whatever they call it, the legislative process, one of them has something to do with guns. If one of these creeps has a gun, they can't enhance the sentence on them. Now, tell me that doesn't sound just like a freaking Democrat. They tell you, we won't take the guns away from law-abiding people, but let's let the criminals have an extra, whatever you call it. And then the last thing, there was another article in this weekend's Hobbs paper, and I think the guy, I better not say a name because I can't remember it, but it was a really good article, and it was, what was it about? Anyway, it's a really good article, and he ends the whole
guy. So go ahead,
Cliff Purtle.
Yeah.
Come on, Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff and
we've got so
and Josh
much
Sanchez.
bigger things.
Yeah, Cliff Purtle and Josh Sanchez.
Yeah, let me ask you this much for Cliff Purtle, who is a Republican former dairy guy. Are you going
to take? Don't show up the Monday after the Super Bowl anyway. Is what they're saying.
Right. Yeah, well, that may be true, but and I'll tell you this too. I talked to a teacher this morning. I won't mention his name either, but that was the same thing he said. But where does it stop? I mean, how many holidays do they already get off? I guarantee you, state
Way
people,
too many.
any government people get a lot more time off than just the working Joe.
So Cliff was quoted
Anyway.
as saying, "Football Monday. It's something that people joke about a lot, but
He is on the show.
yes,
An extended version is 9:06. Yep.
he's our guest
Well,
today."
hey Tom,
Yes, sir.
Tom, let me call in. I'd like to ask him a few questions.
You can definitely text in, Mad
Yeah,
Dog. We
text
don't
in.
normally do the calls during his part.
See you
but-
later.
All right,
Y'all have
buddy.
a good day.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. 7:43 morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down to Twin Wells. They accept major credit cards, fleet cards, credit cards. Check them out today if you're in need of fuel and you're on 128, Twin Wells Fuel Station. I mean, can we have after the NCAA basketball tournament? What about the football championship? Can we have a day off after that?
You'd be more ready for that, right, B?
And you know what really gets me? How many of those days do we get off to begin with? We don't get off for all federal holidays. So it kind of defeats the purpose for other people. I don't know. I just think we got bigger fish to fry.
Like the guys in the Pats are going to get a day off.
Yeah, exactly.
For football Monday.
Tom, I don't know if you saw, but the owner of the Washington Commanders kind of blackballed. Can I still say that?
No, that's racist.
Oh, okay. Kind of blackballed Jeff Bezos.
Did he really?
Doesn't want him to own the team and pretty much said he won't sell if he's got to sell to Bezos. Yep. Sorry. Joe Exotic's doctors suspect that he's got bladder cancer, but he's refusing any type of treatment. Hasn't he had his 12 minutes of fame yet, or 15 minutes? White House announced a series of executive actions this month to create national charging network for electric vehicles. Even as EV owners and reviewers are continuing. I've got a story in this stack somewhere. This guy's like, I started charging my car Friday, and I don't know if it's going to be charged up by Monday. So what are you running around this weekend in? I'm sorry to say we're not there. We are not there. But Biden is pushing it.
Oh, he's not the
Biden
only
is
one.
pushing.
Have you seen the? I think it was Kevin Bacon doing a commercial for one of the big car manufacturers for the EV. And him and his daughters that they're talking about. It charges much faster than you think it does, and it'll go 300 miles. Woo!
So the Biden administration just allocated another $7.5 billion. And man, Biden spends so much money like this. I don't get. I mean, with the war in Ukraine, they need another $10 billion. I'll just sign a. Why do we even have Congress? And you know, when Trump did an executive order, when Bush did an executive order, I said the same thing. It circumvents what Congress is there for. And when it comes to spending, to spend $100 billion, we can just, okay. Doesn't seem fair to me. Doesn't seem fair at all. But it looks like Jill Biden talking about her husband. Why is he going to run again? But, well, she said he's not done.
He says he's not done. He's not finished what he started.
Oh, by God.
And that's what's important. And I think, look at all that Joe has done, has accomplished.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
God.
he brought us out of the chaos.
Oh, really?
And he did that. He was elected because people wanted steady leadership.
Oh, yeah. We got the guy that's falling down, going up the steps. I mean, totally steady for sure.
I'm sorry. Brought us out of the chaos? You mean brought us into the chaos? We're closer. We're closer to war today than we were at any point when Trump was president.
Trump didn't like war.
That's just a
Trump
fact.
said he was never going to put us into war and never did. All right, we're going back to the people that say racist stuff are usually the racists themselves. The View. Talking about, what's the guy's name? The cryptocurrency guy? Sam, whatever Fried. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So anyway, they're talking about this guy took millions away from people. Look, I think this guy should be hung from the highest tree. Unfortunately, second largest donor to the Democratic Party. I just don't know if he is going to be punished. I think they're going to give him a slap on the hand. Of course, if he was black or Latino, he'd be in jail for stealing a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, because this guy has stolen millions and millions
from his clients.
A black and a Latino steal a pack of cigarettes and they're in jail for years.
Oh.
Wow.
Everything goes back to the color of skin.
Of course.
And I want this guy to go to jail. I want him. And by the way, he's a minority too. He's Jewish. What's the Jewish population in America?
20%.
I don't think it's 20. I could be wrong. I don't think it's 20. Bill to reduce the class size is going to be discussed today in the Roundhouse. They would put a cap on how many kids could be in a school or in a classroom. HB 413 would amend the School Personnel Act to reduce the size of classrooms where at least 75% of the students qualify for free or reduced lunch.
And it said, B, that it would provide a more of a one-to-one with the teacher.
Well, but why is it based on? So you're saying that poor kids are dumber than kids that pay for their lunch, is what you're saying.
I think that's what they're saying.
No, I know that's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. The goal of this bill would make sure every student, regardless of social, economic background, gets one-on-one instruction from their teacher. So what they're saying is, if your kid gets free lunch, they're dumb. I'm not saying that. Don't take it that I said that. That's what they're saying. What the hell? By the way, they're going to hear that at some point today. And the bill to change Game and Fish to the Wildlife Commission, change of a name, will be voted on. That bill passed committee and headed to the House Taxation and Revenue Committee. Wow. Cori Bush, member of the Squad, got married over the weekend, married a security guard that works on her campaign. So congratulations going out to the Squad member, Cori Bush. Her hubby now has handcuffs. 47-year-old migrant who was rescued by the Sunland Park Fire Department on Thursday morning after falling between 10 and 15 feet from the border wall. Second rescue near that wall within 24 hours. Man fled from Border Patrol agents, suffered serious injuries. Sunlight Park Fire rescued the second migrant that was up there. He was taken to the University Medical Center. By the way, if you're injured while climbing the wall, your family just got millions. Serious, true story. And a passenger who was on board a Alaska-bound ferry has been arrested for attempting to smuggle meth wrapped in tortillas.
What?
A meth burrito.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Tortillas wrapped in meth. I wonder if that tastes like battery acid.
Yeah.
Or maybe from something like from Taco Bell.
Oh.
Well, but the guy has been arrested. Congratulations. You were busted. Rodney Brown, had methamphetamine and $70,000 in cash on his person. All right, we're going to check the weather coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. New and pre-owned RVs, they've got them in stock. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, ultralights, they've got everything. They also remind you that they offer great service after the sale, and they've been around 65 plus years. MainTrailerSalesInc.com, 575-622-1751. Don't go camping without our buddies at Main Trailer Sales. All right, well, we'll do the boob of the day coming up in just a second. I got to do things that happened on this date in history. Text line open, 877-396-W105.
Republican Karen says his bad idiot should have used the door, says Karen. Hey, John from the patch, it said Monday to Friday. I believe on the EV, they said 5 days to charge a 150K Hummer. Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
And Sean from Eunice, this is a text they want you to read. Will?
Well, he wanted me to read a paragraph on a article he sent. So during the debate on HB 59, an unnamed lobbyist for the Public Defenders Association and the Civil Rights Attorneys Association said the bill is unfair to drug dealers because they are engaged in a dangerous business and need the means to defend themselves. So basically saying that the gun bill is prejudicial against drug dealers because they're in a dangerous business.
You can't make up this stupid stuff.
No.
Wow. And what's your concern about the drug dealers? They're criminals. Wow. Thank you. God bless you at the same time. What else you got?
Another text says, I need a March Madness vacation, says one of the texters.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, where does this craziness end? Right. What about FIFA championships?
Yeah.
World Cup. When does it end?
And then one of the guys in OPAT says, you know what? There ain't no days off in the patch.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right. And another one said, I think their plan is to make Super Bowl Sunday on President's Day weekend. Well, speaking of that, says another text, some of those schools are off the day after the Super Bowl, but they got to go to school on President's Day. Me?
Craziness. 801 be in the Breakfast Club, KWMW, Malchamora 105.1 FM. Yesterday was my big day, Tom.
What was your big day, B?
I went to a quinceañera, same thing as a quinceañera. It's called a debut. And so I went to that Saturday night, had a little bit to drink, and Sunday morning woke up early and told that I was going out riding. And I did about a 3-hour motorcycle ride and went all over the place. And so I posted I haven't put anything on Facebook since I got here, live stream. So I put a bunch of that stuff up on Facebook, and pretty cool. You know, it's amazing how I can go from the beach to the mountains and how things change like quick. But yesterday I got stopped.
Uh-oh.
And didn't have my driver's license. I was able to talk my way out of it because I know somebody and mentioned his name, and I got out. See, things work the same way in America as they do in the Philippines. Except I always never get out of it in America. So, but I mean, I got a driver's license, just didn't have it on me. 802, things that happened on this date in history. Train It, New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week. They've got a passing rate of 96% on the first try. How did they do it? They've got 25 years of training experience and staff development, and they give you more one-on-one training. They teach you how to pass your CDL inspection, skills tests, your driving test. Simply, they give you a lot of time behind the wheel. Find out more information. Give them a call. They're based out of Roswell, 575-840-9555. Train It, New Mexico. Washington, D.C. was placed under the jurisdiction of Congress on this date in 1801. Congress authorized the use of steamboats to transport mail in 1813. 1827, very first Mardi Gras was celebrated in New Orleans. There was a bead shortage that year. Very first cigar rolling machine got its patent in 1883. Boxer Danny Neeham and Patsy Kurgan fought 100 rounds in San Francisco before they called a draw in 1890. Supreme Court of the United States ruled that sit-down strikes were illegal. Protesters said they wouldn't take the new standing up. The year was 1939. Ford Motor Company strike ended when employees received an 18 cents an hour raise in 1945. 18 cents an hour wasn't how much they got raised. That's how much the total pay was. Divorce becomes legal in Ireland on this date for the first time in 76 years in 1997. Today and tomorrow, we're done with February. March makes an entry on Wednesday. Jersey Shore star Jay Wow is 37 years old. Josh Groban is 42. Tom, who the hell is Josh Groban?
He is the guy that played W in the movie W. He's James Brolin's son.
It's Groban, and that's not the same person.
It ain't. He said Groban. He said Josh Brolin.
I said
no, Josh Groban.
Groban. Yeah, right. I said Groban.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
Tom's saying Brolin.
Well, at least he got the W part right.
What? That's not
What
right.
W? Anyway, he had a song out called You Lift Me Up. He's 42. Chelsea Clinton is 43, writing woke books for children. Children's books about being woke. Wow. Thank you, Chelsea. James Worthy, Laker former player, is 62. He was in the NBA championship MVP back in 1988. Good choice. Very worthy to give it to Worthy. And Ralph Nader is 89. He was a consumer advocate back in the day. No Brainer Day. Tom, I didn't know we were celebrating a day for you.
Thank goodness.
And Polar Bear Day going on today. And Tom, another day for you. Eating Disorder Awareness Week.
I guess I had to start early then, huh?
Yeah, so you get the whole week. God bless you. 8:06 morning show this morning being brought to you by Platinum Auto Service. Under new ownership and management, give them a call, 575-689-6900. They're currently doing window tinting. And, of course, along with everything else they do, like brakes and tires and AC service, alignment. If you got a truck, you want it lifted, they could take care of all of that, install the leveling kits and the new bumpers and grow guards, fuel cells, whatever. I mean, they do all that type of work. And they also do diagnostic work, schedule maintenance. They can take care of your fleet of automobiles. Give them a call, 575-689-6900, Platinum Auto Service out of Carlsbad. 8:07, Boob of the Day up next.
All right, the Olympic holidays, another text just about
Olympics, that could be like a, 3-week holiday?
That's a 3-week holiday.
Let's get her done.
Another one's asking, is the vehicle registration fee rate just in New Mexico or everywhere?
No, just New Mexico.
Just New Mexico. And then Buddy is saying, I want Wednesday to be a national blue-collar worker holiday. Please ask your extended version guest to request that for me, and we will talk with Cliff Purtle coming up at 9:06 this morning.
Do we really need more state holidays? I was thinking about less, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Cliff did cross over to work with the Democrats on this bill.
Yeah, but that's not the first time he's done it either, though.
So he did cross over, Tom.
Yeah.
To work with them.
I like the
I
idea.
just want to know, is he going to give off his dairy workers a day off?
Well, she'll ask him this morning.
No, I really want to know because something tells me those guys never get a day off because the cows need to be milked.
One of the texters asked what your fine would have been if you'd have gotten the ticket in the Philippines.
I don't know. I don't know. I could have gotten myself in trouble, but I would think $25-50 plus I get a ding on my record.
So why did he pull you over? Were you hauling butt?
No, they were doing a checkpoint to make sure everybody was
So
and the day before, I just put the plates on my bike.
Oh.
I had no plates before then.
So you didn't have your license. That means you didn't have your wallet on you either, right?
I did not have my wallet on me because I changed. I have my credit cards in my phone.
Yeah.
In the case. Well, the dog bit my phone case, so the credit cards weren't sticking in there. So I took all my credit cards, put them in the wallet, and so I never thought about it. But thank God. I mentioned the name Moto, who is my wife's first cousin who's in charge of drug enforcement in the region. And the moment I mentioned his name, they were like, "Oh, you know Moto." Yeah.
Everyone knows Moto.
Yeah.
Be with the name drop to get out of the ticket.
Oh, hell yeah, I name dropped. Damn
and he
right
accuses me of being,
being a mooch.
I will drop the name,
dude.
That
was to get out of the ticket. You mooch, everything.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I'm not asking for anybody to give me money like you.
You asked Bernard Butcher to tie your tie.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I would have been embarrassed. A grown ass man.
I tried. I followed the YouTube instruction.
Whatever.
And I couldn't do it.
Think you could tie my tie for me?
Oh.
I can't tie my own tie.
I'm not mechanically inclined.
What does that have to do with mechanics?
Are we surprised that the guy who can't put a square PVC together, he can't?
I can't tie it. How about this? Don't wear a tie.
Well, Will was going to wear one. He's looking sharp too, boy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Tom.
All right, boob of the day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Enough of Tom's ass kissing.
Well, you know why you're jealous, right? Because I ain't kissing your ass no more.
And I never asked you to.
Whatever.
So, Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Find them today. They've got lots of experience in functional medicine. Find out more information by going to their website, thedesertfma.com. They're on Facebook, or stop by and talk to them. 3900 North Lovington Highway. They do ozone therapy. They do cryogenics therapy. They also do stem cell therapy. If you're living in pain, any of that can help you immensely. They also do hormonal optimization for men and women. Want to feel younger? That's a perfect way to get it done. Get in touch with Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, 3900 North Lovington Highway, Hobbs, America. Follow them on Facebook or the website, thedesertfma.com. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So I've never faked a pee test before, but the first thing you'd need is, I would assume, is clean pee. Well, something needs to be tested, right? There's chemistry involved. It's not just a casual eye test. A woman in Florida named Shannon Hunter has been charged with urine testing fraud. It was due to the fact that she tried to provide the drug test with something other than pee. She had to have known she wasn't going to pass because she didn't pee in the cup. Instead, she filled it filled a pill bottle with soda and tap water, hid it, and then during the test, secretly used that. We don't know what kind of soda it was, but we're assuming it was Mountain Dew. Congratulations, passing off soda and water for your urine test. You are the boob of the day.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Find out more information today. You can find them online or just stop by and see them in Hobbs, America. They would love to chat with you. 8:13, still to come. We're going to get you qualified for the trip we're giving away to the Bahamas. Good news of the day is on the way. Text line 877-396-W105.
And one of the texts, did Tom's plus one just show up? Says the texter.
No plus one.
And all of a sudden, Tom can say ASS on the air. I forgot. I had a moment.
Oh, did he say it? I missed it.
Yeah, I found out, says the texter. And another text says, for the love of God, Tom, in my best Chris Farley voice. That did a good job?
No.
And when, another text says, why can't they move the Super Bowl to a Saturday? Asked the text.
Because most games are played on Sunday. But that would fix it. That damn sure would fix the issue.
You would think, right?
I mean, the national championship NFL, college football is played on Monday night, and people still get up and go to work on Tuesday.
Do you really think a lot of people drink a lot of alcohol on those 2 days?
I'm not buying into that. I mean, look, I've been to some Super Bowl parties, got up the next morning and went to work. I mean, how drunk are you that you can't go to work the next morning? Well, I take that back. I do know people.
Yeah,
I do know people.
And one more text. It's Republican Carrie is asking. Sounds like this one sounds like his. I'm sorry, my cataracts.
Your cataracts.
Sounds. I can't read it, Will. I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe you should have pre-read it.
My eyes are cockeyed.
Whatever.
When are you getting this other damn eye fixed?
On March 14th.
Jeez.
God, I can't wait till like March 18th.
It's not gonna matter
to hear a new excuse.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can't read it.
No, for real.
It's my hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
My eyes get tired after a while.
You know I got colitis. I can't read it. You know I got colitis.
True story. I mean, I have to wink back and forth. I can see Smokey from here clearly. Let me see your t-shirt.
Oh my
Smokey.
Lord!
All right. Now, if I close my
it's
left
probably
eye,
because you're. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably because you're full of it, and you're all the way up to past the eye level, and you have to blink to get it out of your eyes.
what's your excuse?
I have no damn excuse. I'm not having a problem reading.
Yeah, I got to put some eye stuff in it.
Well, please do that.
Yes.
We got a big break coming up. Go ahead and get her down if you like.
Buddy said that most of my employees are drunk after Taco Tuesday.
Uh-oh.
And
Thank you.
Someone else said, just let Smokey read the text.
Yeah, why don't you, Smokey?
Smokey do a better job.
No doubt. All right, let's take a break, get updated with news. We'll qualify, folks. News this morning being brought to you by H&H Fuel Service, New Mexico's Delaware and Permian Basin. They're your poly pipeline construction professionals on location right now. Need the fast fusion pipeline machine, squeeze tools up to 16 inches. Call Colin. His number is 432-269-6027. Go to the website, hnhfs.com. They offer turnkey pipeline and facility construction, plus subcontractor services. Find out more information today, hnhfs.com. We're coming right back. We'll check in with news next. Let's qualify some folks. We're W105.
Fish, you want to do it all the time. We're just fishing. Old time fishing. On the beach, I've got a bite.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There's tornado damage in Kansas and Oklahoma and reports of at least a dozen people injured in Norman, Oklahoma.
All of these cars on this block seem to have just been pushed by this wind. All of those windows busted out. Homes are missing windows, roofs, even a few missing their entire garages. Oklahoma is used to getting these tornadoes around 3, 4, 5 o'clock when it's still sunny outside, so you couldn't even see this thing coming.
Fox 25 Oklahoma City's Jameson Keevover in Norman. In South Carolina, Alabama Alec Murdaugh's defense team is expected to rest its case by this afternoon.
Closing arguments could begin as early as Wednesday. Murdaugh is accused of killing his wife Maggie and son Paul in June of 2021. He testified last Thursday and Friday for 10 hours, admitting for the first time that he had lied to investigators, friends, and family about where he was the night of the murders.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I just want to thrill my church brethren with my rendition of Amazing Grace on the armpit. Yeah, I seen this commercial the other night. It was a truck commercial, and it started out like this. You can tell a lot about a man by looking at his keys. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, truer words were never spoke. I'm like a keychain psychic. You show me somebody's keychain, I can tell you about that person's life. I mean, for example, look at my keychain. You know what that says about me? I got a lot of stuff locked up. Fact is, I got 10 keys on this keychain. I use maybe 3 of them I use. I ain't got no idea what the other 7 would go to. I mean, I got a key to the house I grew up in right on here. I might have a key to the back door at the White House. I don't know. But I figure the minute I get rid of a key on my keychain, that's the minute I'm going to have to unlock whatever it fits. Plus, if I was to just throw these keys away, how do I know some miscreant wouldn't find them and break in? To where, I don't know. But that would be a bad way to find out. Then you got your basic keychain accessory, the trinket or the fob or the memento or the souvenir, you know, thing that tells you that it's your keychain. You know, keys all look the same, so you got to personalize. I guess that's in case you're digging around in your pocket and you pull out 2 keychains, you can tell which one's yours. Now, your women, they'll either have a can of pepper spray or a picture of a baby on there. They might even have her own name in beads or a tiny flashlight or what looks like a giant Monopoly game piece on there. See, women will have their names etched in silver or the name of the last place they went on vacation or a little piece of metal that says Sexy Grandma on there. And guys, we'll have whatever the car dealer gave us. Wake up! America! My buddy Dub Maker actually bought himself a truck a couple months back, and it don't even use a key. So now, he's got a keyless chain. I'm not sure it changed anything. I'm Earl Pitts, American Pencil.
Carlsbad Chevy is giving away a car for President's Day.
This is huge.
Come on in and register to win. No purchase necessary. Your job is your credit at Carlsbad Chevrolet. Bring a pay stub and a utility bill. We'll do the rest. Get more for your refund cause tax time is car time. And we're dropping prices like a bad habit. Straight up giving one away. Register before February 28th for your chance to win. See dealer for details. Carlsbad Chevrolet, home of the great guys.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
When you need a water well drilled or serviced, you want the experience and dedication of the best. That's Desert Sand Water Well, offering new well drilling, service, maintenance on residential and irrigation wells, sand separator installations, and well treatment. They're licensed and bonded in New Mexico. And Desert Sand Water Well offers 24/7 service with flat hourly rates, even after hours, covering all of southeast New Mexico. Desert Sand Water Well also offers free consultations and same-day service when possible. Call Desert Sand Water Well at 575-396-3790 or visit them online at desertsandsnm.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
Attention all food truck entrepreneurs. Do you have a dream of opening and operating your very own food truck or restaurant but don't know if the business will be worth a shot? Well, it is time for the Local Innovators Institute in Lovington, and that means applications are open and ready for you to submit your idea. Hurry though, application deadline is rapidly approaching and only 5 candidates will be selected for this unique learning opportunity. Deadline is February 28th by 3 p.m. Visit lovingtonmainstreet.org for more information. The Local Innovators Institute is a Lovington Main Street program and is open to all Lee County citizens.
Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 87.
Hey man, who's behind the mic? What's all the hype about?
And the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
8:25. Good morning. It is a Monday, beautiful day in the neighborhood. The wind down to what's it called for? Like 20-mile-an-hour winds, 25-mile-an-hour winds, which is a break compared to yesterday. Even though tomorrow we got a 40-mile-an-hour winds, and on Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, very high winds again is what they're saying. Yeah. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. Roadrunner Grill, they're in Artesia inside the Best Western Pecos Inn. Give them a call if you want them to cater your next big event, or call in advance if you want them to prepare meals for everybody on location or in the office. 575-748-3324. Get in touch with them today. Roadrunner Grill, serving up breakfast right now. And, well, they've got specialty items like a lot of seafood items and that type of stuff.
They'll frequently get crab in. They'll have shrimp, and alligator is one of the ones that they do that a lot of folks, a couple of times I've had alligator there. It was really excellent. I was surprised. I didn't realize, it does. It tastes like chicken.
It does taste a lot like chicken. Tom, you ever eaten gator?
No, not to this date, no.
Maybe you ought to. I mean, it is a white meat that, it's good for you. So they say.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Roadrunner Grill, get in touch with them today. Let them cater your next big event. 8:27. Dre lost $400,000 betting on Jake Paul against Tommy Fury.
Oops.
$400,000. I mean, that's chump change. Dude like that, I mean, what the heck? But that's a Drake curse strikes again. Somebody else that he put a lot of money on that failed. New study finds that using marijuana every day can cause a person to maybe have some artery problems. Russ Black said different. This stunning discovery, because previously researchers thought that smoking weed developed health issues because they were going to Taco Bell every day. New study will be hard for people to buy. Just saying. Very hard. As I look at Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, and I haven't seen them have any heart problems as of late. Willie, no heart problems, right?
No, not that I've noticed.
Yeah, I don't think so. And Kentucky police in Kentucky helped a resident reunite with their dog. Yeah, a monkey.
Oh.
Needless to say, when the people in the neighborhood saw a monkey running around, they went totally bananas. I bet a pet like this does not have the discipline like a like a cat, right, Tom?
Right.
Probably not. And is it even legal to have a monkey in a neighborhood? I would think not.
Exotic
But,
pet.
you know, back in the day when I was growing up, the neighbors, my best friend, Jude Fuqua, the people who lived next door to him had cages in the back. And they had like 3 or 4 monkeys. And we would go watch the monkeys throw poop at each other from time to time. And it was kind of amazing that they were allowed to have monkeys in a residential area. And I do mean throw poop at each other.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a reason they say fling poo.
Oh, no. Yeah, they definitely did. Police in Goodyear, Arizona, announced the arrest yesterday of a 26-year-old man accused of driving his pickup into a group of cyclists. He actually killed 2 people, injured 11 others. Pedro Quintanilla Lujan now faces charges related to the death of the 2 cyclists. They have charged him with manslaughter, and warrant issued for Dakota Black. Should I know that name, Will?
Dakota Black.
He's a rapper.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he's a rapper. Warrant was issued Thursday after the rapper, whose real name is Bill Capri. Now I know why he calls himself Dakota Black. I mean, you know, Capri just doesn't have the same ring to it. He did not appear in court after he was scheduled for a drug test earlier this month. Of course, he has been charged with trafficking oxycodone and other drugs. You know, when you're a rapper and you've been on the Billboard Hot 100, you would think that that's enough money. But oh no, I need to traffic in drugs. What the hell? And Ant-Man, the #1 movie at the box office, taking in $32 million. Cocaine Bear debuted at #2. And Jesus Revolution came in at #3. What is that about?
It's about the song. Oh, the Jesus Revolution.
You just make crap up, don't you?
Oh, that's the Beatles. They sang that song.
No, it wasn't a Jesus. No, I'm not getting Why am I wasting my time? Serious. Crazy. Willie Nelson hits 90 later this year. Who would have thought it? And Lil Wayne says that he hasn't had fast food since he was 19.
What?
Will not do fast food. The dude actually has some intestinal fortitude to say no. Not that you know anything about that, Tom. 831 morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family owned and operated. Find them in Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, now in Jowl too. You can go online, find out more information, allamericancleaners.net. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 70 pounds, $16.99. Start you up, do your dry cleaning. All American Cleaners. Ninth Judicial District Attorney's Office sentenced a Clovis man after shooting at 2 police officers, sentenced him to 34 years for the shooting at 3 officers in Clovis. Thank God somebody is laying the boom. This guy is 22-year-old Marcus Lewis, sentenced to 34 years for the shooting of the 2 police officers and a sheriff's deputy. Lewis will have to serve 85% of his sentence. So, Tom, 34 years, 85% of 34 years.
Okay, 85% of 34 years. 34 years.
The sentence is 34 years.
Yeah.
How can 85% be?
Well, you asked me to do my math. I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's doing his math. That's the whole
That's
thing
a key
right there.
word.
It is. We've got a phone call, B, when you're ready.
So 34%, 34 years times 85% would be almost 29 years. God bless.
I'm in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, you're right there.
So
833.
One of the textures had said it wasn't Dakota Black. The name of the rapper is Kodak Black, and he's
Kodak Black.
and he's one of the people that Trump pardoned.
Really?
Yeah, apparently Lil Wayne and Kodak Black were both rappers that Trump had
And
pardoned.
dude didn't show up. Crazy.
So,
all right, let's go to the phones. Find out what's going on. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, James from Eunice. I would like to say a little bit about your monkey story. I had a buddy that lived 2 doors down from me, and his girlfriend had a monkey, and she lived in Texas, in Andrews. Evidently, you could have a monkey in Texas, but you can't have one in New Mexico. I could be wrong, but I know you can't have one in Eunice because the cops actually came to his house because somebody reported it and told them they had a monkey. And thank goodness that she had just moved it back to Texas, so they didn't confiscate the monkey. But they will confiscate it if you have it. I know in Eunice anyway. So I take for granted it's statewide. Yeah.
Wow,
it's
that's
considered
crazy.
a wild
So in
animal
Texas, yeah, I mean, I remember in Kennedy, Texas, this guy had lions and tigers, and his daughter went to feed one of the lions, and it had just given birth to babies, a couple weeks before that, or not babies, but cubs, and that tiger attacked that little girl and killed her.
God. Yeah, wild animals, I think, honestly, should be left in the wild. I mean, I'm a Republican and, a practicing Republican, a Trumper all the way, but wild animals, I think, should just be left in the wild.
I'm not for wild animals. No.
Well,
so.
and if there's something, there's an exception there's a reason for you to have one, not as a pet, but like, for an example, my mom was big on, she would rehabilitate deer, raccoons. Hell, she had a skunk one time. They would bring her these animals that the mother had been killed by a vehicle.
And she would rehab them.
And she would rehab them and then release them to the wild. But, they're not.
Definitely, I'm all for that.
She wasn't keeping them for forever. She was, getting them rehabilitated. And they were they're as wild as the rest of the deer, but in Ruidoso, that's not saying much because they'll come up they'll come up right to your car.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Tom.
It's just not fair to the animals. When I see a horse in a little teeny pen, that even gets to me.
Sure.
Because my opinion, personally, I think animals deserve more than humans do for what we do to it. But that's my opinion.
Hey, thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Thank
Tom, you never had a monkey before?
No.
God, can you imagine Tom with a monkey?
I did own a squirrel at one time.
A squirrel.
It would always go nuts when I fed it.
I knew, God.
So if you're on the monkey, you could spank the monkey.
Oh, God.
837.
Oh, B. You guys are bad.
Police arrested 2 people. One, just 15 years old, in connection with a shooting in Georgia. Are you kidding me? City in Georgia near the Alabama state line. 9 children injured. Both were arrested on Friday, shooting at that gas station in Columbus, Georgia, in which 7 teenagers and 2 kids under their preteens were injured with non-life-threatening, and then you got a 35-year-old involved with a 15-year-old in this shooting. Are you kidding me? Police say the youngest victim was 5 years old. 5 years old. This happened at a gas station. 5 years old. Thank you. Man walks across the United States to raise $100,000 for homeless vets. This guy actually walked across the United States. Has walked over 3,000 miles so far in 143 days.
Good night, nurse.
Yeah. His name is Tommy Pascal of New Jersey, walking across the United States. His goal is to raise money for the National Coalition of Homeless Veterans. So far, he's raised close to $100,000. Millions of people relying on Medicaid are going to be bumped from the program starting the beginning of March.
All that.
84 million people. Now, what's this go back to?
The COVID.
The pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah. So they put all these people on Medicaid when Joe Biden got in office. Well, I mean, we can't keep pushing this COVID, So now the 84 million people are going to drop off of Medicaid. A lot of them don't know what they're going to do. I have no insurance. You do what you got to do.
Yep.
New Mexico man sentenced 20 years for robbing a mail carrier, or multiple mail carriers in Albuquerque. This guy gets 20 years behind bars. 21-year-old Cisco Alaris pled guilty to robbery of mail carrier for money and property with a gun. So he gets 20 years in prison. He's only 21, so you figure before he's 40, he will get out of jail. And a shipwrecked man survived for 24 days just eating ketchup. Will, did you do the story last week?
No, I don't think so. I was just eating ketchup.
Ketchup. Elvis Francisco, 27 years old, from the Dominican Republic, was involved. He was shipwrecked, and for 24 days ate nothing but ketchup to live. And guess what? He's going to be okay. God bless you. And bats found at a high school in North Little Rock, Arkansas. So they're switching to virtual learning until they get rid of the bats. I think they had to call in Batman, of course. 8:41, we got to take a break. Cliff Pirtle will be on the extended version this morning. He'll be talking about Super Bowl Sunday. Well, Monday you need the day off. He'll talk about that and what else is going on in Santa Fe. 19 minutes away from 9. Wrap up the text, Tom.
Well, on that very issue, B, there's a texter saying, if they tried daylight savings time year around in the 70s, why would it work now? Ask the text. We will ask Cliff Pirtle about that. And how can a squirrel own a squirrel? Isn't that slavery, says Bill from Lovington?
Amen.
And Tom, stop with that. Well, I saw that. I mean, you're not anything added to the conversation. I mean, it's just PPISSING people off.
You do need to spell it. Taking people off. Just say something else.
Oh, okay. Just shut up and read the text. Texter.
Yeah. I saw that.
And he's something. I mean, that's for sure, but not sure what it is, though.
No.
Says the text.
Truly not sure.
I didn't read the story, but I saw it.
Right.
It was right there.
And tell Monty the dog to stop it. To shut up. He's retired. He doesn't get a say in working after the Super Bowl, says the text. B?
He's working part-time, I think. All right, we're going to take a break. 8:42. Be on the Breakfast Club W105, giving you a chance to qualify. We'll do that in a second. News this morning being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. Chance Materials offering affordable, ready-mix concrete and great customer service. Plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad. Jim and Holly invite you to give them a call, 575-363-3739. 3240. Give him a call today or just go to the website, chancematerials.com. We're coming right back. Let's qualify, folks, for our trip that we're giving away to the Bahamas. News coming up next. We're W105.
Fish, you want to do it all the time. We're just fishing. Old time fishing. On the beach, I've got a bite.
MTD Radio News, I'm Jim Miller. A bill moving its way through the Roundhouse aims to prevent radioactive waste from being stored in the state without residents' consent. The House Government Elections and Indian Affairs Committee passed the Senate bill. It would amend the Radioactive and Hazardous Materials Act by establishing a task force that would negotiate with the federal government when it comes to storing the materials in the state. It would also ban the federal government from creating new disposal facilities unless the state gives permission. Task force would be required to meet at least once a year. Now heads to the House Judiciary Committee. The bill would go into effect immediately after it's signed into law. New Mexico Junior College will be the site of a new medical clinic next year with a 3-year contract of about $1.6 million. Joe Mike Gomez, NMJC purchasing agent, said beginning next fall, the mid-level clinic will see students and employees without cost to either students or employees. Norley Hospital District was the only provider to answer the proposal for the clinic's 3-year contract. The medical clinic will operate about 40 hours a week, with the hours adjusted to best meet the needs of the majority of users. NMJC President Derek Moore says it'll provide 3 exam rooms of at least 100 square feet each and suggested the clinic could be a location where nursing students might get hands-on experience. Well, the fate of one of Hobbs' outdoor swimming pools in limbo. Hobbs City Commissioners met for a work session regarding the aquatic facilities before a regularly scheduled commission meeting. City of Hobbs Recreational Director Doug McDaniels told commissioners the majority of Hobbs aquatic facilities are aged and repairs needed are expensive. As a result, the city brought in a third-party person to evaluate each facility and assist with making the decision to make the necessary repairs or update each with modern amenities. They said Heiser Pool needs to be closed and possibly replaced with better amenities. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
Do you take pride in your work and always strive for excellence? Then you should join the family of excellence at Lucky Services. Lucky Services pays top wages, health insurance, uniforms, and you're home with the family every night. Bring a friend and both of you get a $500 Visa gift card after 6 months and a $1,000 Visa gift card after 1 year. Apply now at LuckyFamilyInc.com. The Lucky Family of Excellence in Hobbs and Midland is an equal opportunity employer.
Roswell and surrounding areas, 505 Productions is back this weekend with their huge gun and knife show at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center, 912 North Main. This Saturday, March 4th from 9 to 5 and Sunday, March 5th from 10 to 4, 180 tables available to shop with guns, knives, ammo, scopes, and other gun accessories, jewelry, hides, gold and silver, plenty of 2A shirts and merch, and much more. Admission is just $7 per day or $10 for both, kids under 12 free. Don't miss the 505 Productions Gun Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center.
Why are families driving from West Texas, Hobbs, Jow, Eunice, all over southeastern New Mexico to shop at Bob's Ridgeway? Is it the everyday low prices, the most locally grown farm fresh produce? Is it the hand-selected and cut meats, the hundreds of weekly specials, the clean, friendly shopping environment? Or is it just the fact that that's where for over 50 years your grocery dollar has always gone farther? It's all of these. It's Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar goes farther.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Up in the southeast plains of New Mexico, as temperatures on this Monday reach 66 in Roswell and 69 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, closer to 67 degrees for Hobbs and for Lovington. At radio studios on Tuesday, temperatures will reach 70 degrees under sunny sky, 73 degrees for Carlsbad, Artesia, Hobbs, Lovington near 70 degrees. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Herberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Whoa, I woke up this morning.
If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Be and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
Try this.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Ranch supplies, farm supplies, they've got all the supplies that you might need if you're living on a ranch or a farm. Get in touch with them. Your certified Purina dealer. They have all the feed for every animal you might have, domesticated or non-domesticated. And, of course, a little Western wear store with all the Western wear you need and workwear that you might need. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them in Roswell and in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. From the state's playoff tournament on Tuesday, because it didn't want to play against a biological male on a roster of an opponent. Valley News reports that number 12 seed Mid-Vermont Christian School girls basketball team forfeited the game against number 5 player, who is a boy playing on the girls team. They went on to say that we believe that playing against an opponent with a biological male jeopardizes the fairness of the game and the safety of our players. That's what the head of the school, Vicky Fogg, said. Biological males participating in women's sports sets a bad precedent for all future women's sports in general. Any thoughts on that, Will?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's great that they're actually standing up for the other girls. I mean, it's frustrating to me that we're giving these few people they have such an overwhelming effect on our community. But we have to change everything about our society to accommodate the way these folks want to be, rather than.
By the way, over the weekend, Donald Trump spoke about this, and he said, "You don't believe how many people change their mind later on in life and are looking to blame their parents, their teachers, and other people that are in their life."
Well, and that's the thing. We've, as you have, this has only been a thing for a decade or more. So
yep,
you got these folks that are coming out that have transitioned, that are wanting to detransition now because they made a mistake, because they took these hormone blockers, they did all this stuff, and then they find out, well, there's things I can't, you can't grow it back if you cut it off, folks.
No. Once that boat sails, it sails. Ron DeSantis, Florida's governor, called out the media lies over the Sunshine State's bill that banned advanced placement for African-American studies. Look, equity, equality. Now, let me ask you this much. There were other people in history that promoted based on color of skin. There were a handful of other people that did this. I can look at Hitler. He did the same thing. He promoted based on color of skin. If you were white, you got the job.
Oh, but you can't be of another color and be a racist.
Well, look. Racism is racism.
I agree.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color. If you're discriminating against somebody based on the color of their skin, and that's what this does, we're gonna move people ahead of the line based on color of skin. For admittance into colleges, med schools, nursing schools, and the list goes on and on. Suspect arrested after an 81-year-old man was killed by a vicious dog. This happened in San Antonio. Christian Moreno, 31-year-old, faces multiple felony charges now after the attack by his dangerous dog resulted in the death of an 81-year-old man. He is the owner of the dog involved in the Friday afternoon attack near San Antonio. Happened after the 81-year-old man and his 74-year-old wife arrived at a friend's house in San Antonio. When the couple got out of their vehicle, That's when two dogs who had escaped a yard attacked them and killed the elderly man. And I don't get this breed of dogs. What is a Staffordshire Terrier?
It's an office dog.
An office dog. Don't answer if you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Staffordshire dog.
I have never heard. I mean, you could have looked it up at least.
You don't get out there. I get out there. You don't get out there no more.
Get out there? What do you mean, get out there?
Well, you don't get out there. I mean, he ain't never been nowhere, so he never get out there.
What are you even talking about?
I guarantee I've been more places than you.
One stinking country you've been in.
He's in another country right now.
That's what I'm saying, that one.
What about this country?
I think I probably traveled to more states than you.
Dude, you've only been to Mexico once, and that was with B.
As an adult. And he wanted to leave me over there.
If I could change things, I would leave you over there.
Oh, wow. Staffordshire Terrier is the formal name of a pit bull. Thank you thank you to Blake for that. I had no idea. But
yeah, as I'm looking at I was typing it in as we look.
Formal name of a pit bull.
Spuds McKenzie was the staffy, says one of the texters.
I think Spuds was something else.
Nah, Spud McKenzie was in a league of its own.
So was it Tom just had a stroke on the radio? Wouldn't be the first time, I don't think.
No, of course, picture perfect health. Life sentence given to the killer of the Texas Tech officer with El Paso ties. Jury in Lubbock came out on Friday. Hollis Daniels did not give him the death sentence, but gave him life in prison for killing that Texas Tech police officer. Daniels instead received life in prison without any chance of parole. Daniels admitted to the murder in court on February 6th. So life in prison. You'll have to pay for him. And looks like 2 skiers killed in Colorado after an avalanche. They were found dead yesterday morning about 3:30 in the morning.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Avalanche is not on my list of ways to go.
No.
It's just not. And an Ohio man, apparently his voice became a high pitch since the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. True story. 40-year-old Wade Lovett has been working as an auto detailer, said that he had a normal voice, and then all these chemicals come into town, and now he sounds like Mickey Mouse. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I can't wait for that. John Fetterman, he's been in the hospital now for a week, checked himself in for a mental condition. And his wife did what any wife would do. She packed up the kids and took them to a different country.
Oh, well, there you go.
No, I'm serious.
That's what any wife would do.
Kids. Huh? Yeah. So she said that a week ago after she said John checked himself into the hospital and the kids are off for school. So I packed the car up and we went to Canada. I'm sure that made John feel a lot better about himself. For sure. No doubt. I mean, he's like, you know what? We feel so much better. And I'm going to leave you with one more story, and then we got to take our break. 2 married couples have been living together and raising their families together.
I think I saw this story.
They even swap partners.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one I saw.
Yeah. So Alicia and Tyler Rogers, already parents of 2 children, 7 and 8, are in a romantic relationship with their married friends, Sean and Tanya Heartless. And the couple, originally from the United States, moved in together in a relationship, and they who's the daddy for either one of them? I don't know.
Well, that's
And
the
all I gotta-
question. That's what I wanted to know. Is like, who's the parents of these kids?
I don't know. And I've said it before, different strokes for different folks, but this takes it to a whole nother
Well,
level.
here's I think one of the things that swingers like is that you can go once you've been with them, you can go away from them. This means you're like around them all the time.
Oh no, it's like they're married together.
Yeah, so you got double wives to please. You got and that's one of the things that they had said in the story too, was that the women were happy because if one man was tired, they had another one to satisfy them.
Dang, man.
That's two sets of problems.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, serious. That's two birthdays. That's way too much pressure.
And the women said, like, when one of them had a headache, the other one was.
That's way too much pressure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. All right, we're going to check the weather coming up in a second. Tom, wrap up the text. Good news of the day up next.
Lovington says, office staff. Now, that was funny, he said. Another one says, Spuds McKenzie was a bull terrier.
Yep, bull terrier.
Mm-hmm. Another one says the Staffordshire Terrier Bull was a pit bull as well. And they go on with the text that they're all that type of bull, a pit bull. So there we go. See?
So there we go.
Yeah. Oh, those
That's
texts are
it.
all the same. Well, they're all the same.
I got it.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent. Tom, you going on vacation soon?
April.
I was hoping for sooner than that, so I could do. I needed the good news. Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes. Get in touch with Rustin this morning. 575-396-0513. He is your Farmers Insurance Agent. Can take care of everything that you need when it comes to home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Right across the street from Bob's Thriftway in Lovington. It's Herschel Rustin Hayes, proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So here are a few good stories. So Morgan Creaky is a center for the I guess I said the name wrong. Is it Geeky? Anyway, it's a center for the NHL's Seattle Kraken, and he's trying to help a young fan to get a life-saving bone marrow transplant. This is actually a cool story. So she's a kindergartner. Her name is Isola Fiddick, and she's been fighting a rare form of cancer called anaplastic large cell lymphoma. And Isola is also a huge fan of the Seattle Kraken, so she's been looking for a match. And this center for the Kraken has actually gone out of his way to post it on social media and help the search for a transplant. So that's this little girl could get one because of the help, but we'll see, and we'll keep you updated on the story. But it's a great effort from this center to be able to help this little girl get her transplant. That is the good news of the day.
Being brought to you by our buddy Rustin Hayes. Find him. He's your Farmers Insurance Agent. You can always locate him in Lovington. Quick check of the weather. Being brought to you by WWRV3.com, 988-0392. They've got 3 RV parks, 162 RV sites, every one of them coming with wired internet right to your site. 30 and 50 amps available. One price gets you all your utilities and the high-speed internet. And their parks are very well lit up. They're pet-friendly. Find out more information. Go to the website, WWRV3.com or 988-0392. Check them out today. Weather for the next couple days. Wind about 25 miles an hour today. That is a break in the weather. Yeah, in the wind. 67 for the high today. And then clear skies tonight, 41 and 30 mile an hour winds. Tomorrow we're up to 40 mile an hour winds. And by Wednesday and Thursday, even higher winds. Talking about 50 mile an hour winds on Wednesday, and could get much of the same on Thursday, except they're saying chance of snow showers could happen Thursday morning. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Anything, Tom, before we take the break?
Well, I did want to, on top of Will's story, this is a real story happening here in Lee County. Fernando Jimenez, who's the chief of deputies here in Lee County, I went to the restaurant the other day, and they had a bunch of T-shirts that Sierra Strong on it. And apparently, his daughter is battling lymphoma, so prayers and thoughts are out to the family out there.
Thank you. All right, let's take a break. KWMW Malchamore 105.1 FM. Cliff Purda will be on the extended version up next. News this morning being brought to you by the Atlas Makeup Mirror. AtlasMakeupMirror.com. You can order right there from the website. You can check out all the cool stuff on the website. You can also check out the videos on Instagram or Facebook. Just type in Atlas Makeup Mirror, do a search. They'll pop up very quickly. Rebecca Long, local inventor. She's the designer and inventor of the Atlas Makeup Mirror. You can call and talk to her and make your order 575-631-3189. If you haven't seen it, it comes in 3 different mirrors, all included in one mirror, times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification, LED lights, very bright, weighs less than 4 pounds, comes in a traveling case. 575-631-3189 or order right off the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early. Cliff Purtle will be on the extended version with Tom up next at 9:05. We're W105.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There's tornado damage in Kansas and Oklahoma and reports of at least a dozen people injured in Norman, Oklahoma.
All of these cars on this block seem to have just been pushed by this wind. All of those windows busted out. Homes are missing windows, roofs, even a few missing their entire garages. Oklahoma is used to getting these tornadoes around 3, 4, 5 o'clock when it's still sunny outside, so you couldn't even see this thing coming.
Fox 25 Oklahoma City's Jamison Kievover in Norman. In South Carolina, Alec Murdaugh's defense team is expected to rest its case by this afternoon.
Closing arguments could begin as early as Wednesday. Murdaugh is accused of killing his wife Maggie and son Paul in June of 2021. He testified last Thursday and Friday for 10 hours, admitting for the first time that he had lied to investigators, friends, and family about where he was the night of the murders.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
Dear winter, Toyota's got 20 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From winter-ready SUVs like Highlander and RAV4 to steady sedans like the Camry all-wheel drive, Corolla hybrid all-wheel drive, and the all-new Crown. Plus rugged trucks like Tacoma and Tundra. We're ready. Yours, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/22.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's almost time once again for River Blitz. This year, it's Saturday, March 4th from 7 to 11 a.m. River Blitz is the annual community effort aimed at cleaning up the Pecos River both in the city and Eddy County areas. Pickup of provided supplies will begin at 7 a.m. at the Riverwalk Rec Center at 400 Riverwalk Drive. This is the perfect opportunity to make a difference. The Eddy County Sheriff's Posse crew returns to cook up lunch for all participants. For more info, please call your Keep Carlsbad Beautiful Director, Mary Garwood, at 575-302-7665 or simply meet at the Rec Center the morning of March 4th. Come spend a morning that you will feel great about.
What do you mean he went searching for fresher powder? We have full classes today.
Instructor down at Vesper Ski School.
Toward each other to snowplow, honey, not away.
She needs more ski instructors to slalom through the day-to-day.
Pizza? Fries? Whoa, Braley, no! Pizza!
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The new Crispy Melt Taco is now at Taco Bell. Some facts about it are, 1, its shell is freshly fried daily. 2, it has a melty cheesy blend inside. And 3, it comes with seasoned beef or black beans. And totally feel free to drop those Crispy Melt Taco facts whenever you want, too. Like maybe save them for when a friend's like, what should we eat? And you say, Crispy Melt Tacos. And they're like, nah. And then you need to make an airtight case for why they're wrong.
The new Crispy Melt Taco. Try one today, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation which vary.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha lipoic acid to relieve